And now, coming to you live from the Chocolate Bar Studios, Tropical Country with B-Dawg and Lou.
Uh-oh. Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Hump Day!
There's a party going on around town. It's one rowdy cowboy throwdown here in H-Town, where we're stronger than a hurricane. From miles around, the best of the best come here to put their tough to the test. Give it all for gold or go home broke when they open up that gate. Welcome to the show, welcome to the home of the world's biggest rodeo, where the stars light up the night underneath that Texas sky. Welcome to the show, are you ready for a ride? Yeah, you better buckle up and hold on tight, where the Bayou City streets meet the country roads. Welcome to the show. It's a Houston tradition, 4-H, FFA, and Go Texan. And you can bet, son, it's gonna be around a long, long time. When these riders and ropers give it their best, we'll show them how loud the hometown crowd can get. 'Cause tonight, y'all, we all got a little bit of cowboy deep inside. Welcome to the show, welcome to the home of the world's biggest rodeo, where the stars light up the night underneath that Texas sky. Welcome to the show, are you ready for a ride? Yeah, you better buckle up and hold on tight, where the Bayou City streets meet the country roads. Welcome to the show! Welcome to the show, are you ready for a ride? Yeah, you better buckle up and hold on tight, where the Bayou City streets meet the country roads. Where the Bayou City streets meet these country roads. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show. Going to be a great night tonight. We're going to have a lot of fun. This is Tropical Country with B-Dawg and Lou right here on Tiki Man Radio. And we are back in the Chocolate Bar Studios. Finally. It was kind of weird last week. We weren't on camera, which was just weird, believe it or not. And but we had a great time, visited a lot of family. We'll talk a little bit about that. But tonight, it's going to be a party for sure. Of course, we are broadcasting live on Tiki Man Radio, TikiManRadio.com, and also the Tiki Man Radio YouTube channel, courtesy of MFG Records Tropical Live Cam. Our show, as always, is brought to you by JBL Legends Travel. JBL Legends Travel is the official travel company of Tiki Man Radio. When you're planning your next getaway, it does not cost any extra to use a professional like Joe at JBL Legends Travel. Give him a call at 732-831-5200. Goaltending Services, GTS Charters, is the premier charter service down in Key West. When you're down in the Keys, do not leave the island without first experiencing everything it has to offer out on the water. And there's no better people to do it with than Monty and Gypsy at GTS Charters. They are in process of upgrading their amenities, upgrading their watercraft, and to provide you with all the everything that you need to have a fantastic day and a memorable event out on the water. You can give them a call at 305-916-0990 or check them out online at gtscharters.com. You can go there and keep up with all of the updates so that you can find when they're going to start taking cruises again. So
I have breaking news.
Well, you have breaking news.
I do.
About what?
So, Goaltending Services.
Yeah?
They are going to have a grand reopening.
Is that right?
Mid to late August.
Uh-huh.
They have a new space. They're still at the Hurricane Hole, but they have redone their space, and it now looks like a tiki bar. And it is amazing. So
that sounds fantastic.
They're going to have their very own retail and office space. And they're still working on the upgrades to the boat.
All right.
They promise it's going to be worth the wait. So check out goaltending services for that grand reopening in mid to late August.
Well, you heard her voice. She didn't allow for me to give her the proper introduction. But, she is my partner in crime, the love of my life, the queen of my double-wide trailer. She is the birthday girl, Laura Lou.
Hey, everybody. This day has been so fun. I just have to say.
And, of course, we have special guests in the studio tonight. Of course, to my immediate left is the very beautiful and talented Miss Kirsty Krause.
What's up? We're here.
And, of course, the equally as beautiful and talented Mr. Mark Mulch is in the studio.
There we go. He knows how it works around here.
Yes, he does.
Listen, he brought me, and I mentioned it on the video before, but he brought me the best birthday present. It is New Jersey-made Mexican lager, Bird's Mouth beer.
Yeah.
And listen, I don't even like lager, but this is fantastic.
All right.
So
I got mine over here. I will be popping here very, very
it is
shortly.
very good. Are you drinking my birthday present?
Sorry. I figured you wouldn't mind if I had one.
All right, you can have one.
Which, of course, being that it's your birthday, and you normally every week sing to everybody that has birthdays.
Yes.
Well, I'm not going to sing to you. But I do have a special birthday song just for you.
I'm a little scared.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Laura.
Stop it.
Birthday
That's great.
to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Laura. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
You are so very welcome.
I love how these guys were dancing too.
I know, right?
These guys are just bringing the party tonight. I love it. I love it.
Well, which, of course, we are so glad to have you guys. This is what, I think your third time here? Is this third time on the show?
I think this is my second.
Second.
Yeah.
I thought it was your third, but second.
Last time she was here with Crystal.
That's right. I thought she was here once by herself.
No, it was probably like less than a year ago. We were driving down and on our way to Florida, and
Yeah.
we scheduled this, and it was a blast. And I told Mark how much of a blast it was, and the party. So that's why he knows right now.
Yeah, and we love it because every time you come, you bring somebody new for us to meet and get to love as well. So.
Awesome. I like hearing that.
We got to meet Mark during CMA Fest. And
Yes.
super talented, and I have learned so much about you since you got here today that I didn't know then. So we have lots to talk about.
All right.
That's
He's a
right.
busy boy. You guys are
Yeah.
gonna have plenty to talk about.
Yeah, well, this beer, one of the things he's doing, he's a partner in the brewery that makes this beer. So,
Yes, ma'am.
so I was really honored that you brought it for real.
Oh, you're welcome.
I'm
Happy
enjoying
birthday.
it. Thank you.
Well, you guys are very, very busy. You just flew right in from Nashville, where you were on TV today.
Yes. We were on Today in Nashville on channel
Four.
WSMV TV
WSMV,
Channel 4
Channel
for
4.
Nashville.
Yes.
How awesome is
Full
that?
band performances. Kirsty did one of her new songs with the band, and then we did Tied Down from my new album.
Very nice. And of course, everybody has heard that song, and
Yes, thank
they've
you.
heard a few other your songs on this show. We've been
Yes.
highlighting a different one every
awesome.
week. Been playing a
Sweet.
different one. So
Thank you.
everybody is well familiar with you by now. Plus, we talked a ton about you because of our CMA coverage that we did, and we had a great time. We threw our schedules out the window. We had a tight schedule.
We
But
really did.
when we came over and sat down and you guys started playing, we just threw the schedule away. We parked our butt, and we're so glad we did
And
because
you had some amazing talent lined
Oh,
up that
thank you.
day.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
really.
yeah, absolutely. And I must say,
Terry's Tavern.
yeah,
Yeah.
Great place.
It is, and I tell you what, the talent that you were responsible for the lineup.
I was, yes.
I'm gonna tell you what, you put together a great lineup. We
thank you.
Absolutely enjoyed ourselves.
That's his party every year that he hosts.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
CMA
standing
Fest.
tradition.
Oh,
Yeah, I think next year might be 10 years, and
Wow.
if
Wow.
it is, we're really gonna blow it out. So I'll let you know.
Stay tuned.
Yeah,
We'll
let
do
us
like a
know.
live. We'll do like a live feed or something for y'all.
Oh, that would be
We
fun.
can talk about that.
Yeah.
So I would say what it'd be a lot easier than walking the 8 miles a day that we did while we were over there. 'Cause, good Lord,
Well, we only walked like 3 the day that we hooked up.
yeah.
with them.
You helped us cut 5 miles off. That's easy. So, and I was very thankful that Lou talked me into getting a good pair of shoes for that day.
Yeah.
Or else I would have never had it. But we did. We actually had a very good time hanging out and listening to you guys. So, first, let's just catch up with you real quick.
Okay.
So, what do you got going on?
Well, I just got back from Wisconsin, so I feel like I still have my accent.
You do a little
And
bit.
it comes out more and more whenever I'm up there. And I was just up there for like 11 days straight. And I actually brought my friend Crystal King up there with her husband.
Oh, very nice.
And her 100-pound dog named Bowberry Biscuit. And
What a name.
we all didn't kill
Bowberry.
each other. So shout out Crystal. But it was fun. We did like 10 shows in a row. I don't know how I sang a couple of national anthems in the middle of these long shows. I don't know why I thought that was a good idea, but I did a couple of national anthems and ended up going up to Oshkosh and hanging out at Life Fest on my one day off. So music, and more music stuff.
Well, and you working on new music?
Yes, and I am trying to get this window this fall to be recording. And I've also been talking to you guys about shopping producers. So there's some people that I've had some conversations with
Nice.
just to record specifically my beach country tropical songs, like all these songs I've been writing. I want to be able to have a project together for that. And so
Very cool.
finding the right person is very important to me.
Absolutely.
It makes all the difference. It really does.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Mark, welcome to the show. Welcome
Thank
to
you. So
Tiki
good to
Man
be here.
Radio. We are so glad you made the trip over.
This
And
place is amazing.
So much to look at, right?
Yeah, it's just.
I'm glad we didn't
overwhelming,
scare you off
something.
over there when we was in Nashville going, I don't know about these people.
Oh no, I was in. I was in,
So,
We were
Here we are.
networking.
and here we are.
Yeah.
yeah. And, we always want to get to know everything we can know about an artist when we come in, from, where they're from, what they got into music. But then we found out exactly where you're from and found out there is a great coincidence. So why don't you tell everybody where you're from?
Well, Tom's River, New Jersey. Originally.
Tom's River,
Yeah,
New
yeah.
Jersey. How about that?
And so
Of course, our sponsor, JBL Legends Travel. Joe and them are over in that area.
yeah, I was just telling Lou that I remember seeing their coffee at a coffee house in
Yeah, the-
Lavallette, New Jersey.
Yeah.
Buddha,
And
yeah.
I thought to myself, wow, Beach Buddha. I should check that out. You know what I mean? And
You
and then I
really
walked in,
should.
and here we go. And
Did he
'cause
say it?
I'm a big coffee drinker, so
Yeah, you got to check it
You
out.
are gonna love. That's how I found out about Beach Buddha Coffee was when I came down here, and then shortly after talked to Chris, talked to everybody, and they sent me a package. I got to be an
Wow.
artist of the
Yeah.
month, and
I gotta
then
meet
got
up with
hooked.
them.
Yeah, Chris
It's so good.
Chris is amazing.
Yep.
That's awesome.
And we can't say Beach Buddha without talking about the official coffee of Tiki Man Radio. That is the best roast coast to coast. Take a trip with every sip.
sip.
It is Beach Buddha Coffee. And if you want to know more about Beach Buddha Coffee, go over to TikiManRadio.com. Click on that coffee tab and see which roast suits you most.
Yes.
What a great segue. Have a guy from Tom's River, New Jersey.
How about
On the
that?
show.
It's so good.
It really is.
So great.
It really is. I don't like coffee, and I keep trying to get Buddha to do some cappuccino.
So apparently,
But
as long as
this
it's from
is amazing.
Jersey, you'll like something you don't like because that's how it is with the lager beer, right
You're
there. It's like,
right.
yeah, it's
Maybe
just-
I need to try Buddha.
But we don't mind that when people say that. I don't normally like lagers, but like your lagers, so it's
Yeah.
good. That's-
it really is good.
Yeah, there's something about New Jersey. We've been to New Jersey one time. Her brother used to live over there in New Jersey, and was like, "Well, it's the first thing you got to pay a toll. Seems like everywhere you go,
yeah, that's the
Yeah.
one thing I.
and you got to turn right to go left. We found that out as
Jersey
well.
left.
The Jersey left.
We both.
I owe you a beer. Oh, wait a second.
Yeah, you paid in advance. It's okay. Also, we discovered the Wawa.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was the
we
first
love
time
the
we ever
Wawa.
found the
The
Wawa.
Wawa is so great. It's
What
key.
is that?
It's
What-
key. Wawa is it's a little bit like what you might know Sheetz, like those gas stations that are on the interstate.
Oh, okay.
But Wawa is like the all-purpose, usually a little lower priced on the gas, but it
Yeah.
has great subs, sandwiches, and all different things, and it has some
Yeah.
great coffee and all the stuff. So it's like,
Yeah.
The Wawa.
Yeah, the most interesting thing we found about New Jersey was you can't pump your own gas.
Can't pump your own gas.
We
got
was like,
yelled
what
at.
is up with that?
I was okay with it, but we got yelled at.
I'd be
Yeah.
fine with it. I won't touch that.
You know,
stuff
it's really
anyway.
funny. I've been in Nashville now for 20 years, so I've been in Tennessee for almost 20 years. And I'll go home, and sometimes some years I'd be home maybe 3 or 4 times, and I'd get home and go to get out of my car to
Yep.
pump the gas. They'd same thing. They'd be like, whoa, what are you doing? It's like,
Yeah,
okay.
that we pulled up.
The rest of the world makes us do it ourselves.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah, we pulled up and he opened the car door to get out, and just some guy comes flying over. Wait, get back in the car. I'm like, are we being arrested? What's the Get back in the car. Put your hands on the
kinda
wheel.
crazy.
Yeah.
But you're right. I just went up there and I did a lot. Well, I called it, in the end, I called it the Great Loop Tour because I went up to Cleveland. I went to upstate New York. I played at the brewery for the first time in Jersey, which is in Oceanport, and then went to Philly to play the next day. So those, and just like the Great
Oh,
Loop.
wow.
And it's like, same thing, all the tolls.
Yeah.
There was one point where
You
I felt
probably
like
spent half your earnings.
I felt like I hit a
tour.
toll every 5 miles in
It
upstate New
seemed
York.
like it, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so you definitely when you go to New Jersey, either invest in an easy pay or
Yeah.
carry lots of cash.
Exactly. Well, and then if you're lucky enough to find somebody actually at the, pay toll,
Right.
there'll be nobody there, so you can't pay anyway. So
Right. And then they send you a nice little bill.
nice letter
Yeah.
in the mail.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that in the mail because evidently it was
Our
some
Easy
point in
Pass
time
ran out. We didn't know.
Well, I connected my Easy Pass to a card that I just didn't have a lot of money on because I didn't want it connected to my primary account. I was just worried about it getting hacked and all my money being gone. So evidently it was I think it was a prepaid debit card that I had that I just used for that. And evidently at some point in time it ran out of money, but it kept letting me go through.
Right.
And yeah, I got a nice little
Like 2
bill
weeks
from
later.
2 weeks later. I got a bill from the state of New Jersey for unpaid tolls.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Oh, man.
oops. So I don't know. There may be a warrant out for me in New Jersey. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure we paid that one because we were afraid of that.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
So Tom's River, New Jersey.
Yes, sir.
Is that when you? What got you started playing music? Did you start playing while you were in New Jersey? How long?
I've been playing since I was about 9 years old.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I
Wow.
learned to play guitar when I was about 9. My brother-in-law, Phil, taught me how to play guitar. And then I was in bands and stuff since I was about 14. Mm-hmm. 14 years old. And then made the move to Nashville. Yeah, but I mean, I was in bands in Jersey, most notably a band called the Lemongrass Band. We got signed by the Marshall Tucker Band.
Oh,
and
wow.
We
Wow.
had a bunch of success, but ultimately we ended. At some point, then we wound up getting back together and doing a bunch of a yearly reunion show. But about 19 years ago, moved to Nashville
Oh, wow.
full time, and I've been doing music in Nashville ever since.
So you perform in Nashville. You're a writer, obviously.
Songwriter, producer, and and then touring.
Wow.
But
Well, you were mentioning
Yeah.
on this new EP that you've got a pretty cool guitar player playing on there.
we got a couple of good guitar players.
Yeah.
Yeah. But my buddy Steve Brown was in a band called Trickster, which
Oh,
was
yeah.
real big in
Yeah.
the day with when the hard rock heavy metal scene. Mm-hmm. And then when Trickster broke up for a little bit, he wound up playing guitar for Def Leppard and Mr. Big and Dennis DeYoung from Styx. And
Wow.
But yeah, Steve played on Sundays. He's the lead guitar player on that, and that's why he's featured on that track. So.
Yeah, And then, of course, we're talking about Days in the Sun's the new album.
Yes.
The new EP. And, of course, I hear that Kirsty is kind of the one that you need to blame for introducing you to the whole coastal world.
Yes, it is completely her fault. So she called me up one day and said that she had a couple of shows going on up in Wisconsin, of course. And one was going to be a big party before the night before the Jimmy Buffett show.
Alpine Valley.
Alpine Valley, yeah. And with the No Parrots Left Behind and everything. Bruce and those guys, Bruce and Eric. And she said, I think this would be great. You got a couple of songs, got a bunch of summer songs yourself. And it's called Trop Rock, Trop Country. And I was like, okay, yeah.
Here's the website.
Yeah, and then I started investigating y'all, like, you know, the whole scene.
Whole coastal Americana genre. Huh?
And I play Key West a lot. You know, I play the Key West Songwriters Festival every year and play Island Hopper Songwriter Festival in Fort Myers. So I love all. And I'm a beach boy. I grew up at the beach. And so just went to do that weekend with Kirsty and also our friend Brecken Miles, who I wrote Days in the Sun with. And after it was all over, the first or second night, Bruce came up to me and he said, you know, you really should do a full-on trop rock, trop country album. And all I simply said to him was, okay. And I think he just thought I was blowing him off or something, and literally went back to Nashville and started writing it like last September.
Wow.
And very quickly.
You know, pretty quickly, yeah. And well, because I knew it had to be out, you know, before the next summer. So you know, and I wrote Tied Down with Kirsty, wrote Days in the Sun with Brecken. I wrote what's the other High Life with Nick Walker, who's been
Been on the show.
Yeah.
And American Blonde is also on Sundays, and and Beer on a Boat with two other songwriter friends in Nashville, Daphne and Sammy Joe.
Yeah, because of course we heard about Tied Down through Kirsty. I'm like, hey, we got to check this out. And then when the EP dropped, I'm sitting there going, okay, well, you know, Brecken Miles, we've played several of his songs on the show.
So Sandbar and stuff like
that.
Yeah,
and then I'm like, okay, so, and then we have Nick. Nick's been here in studio on the show, and I'm just looking down. I'm like, this is perfect.
Mark knows everybody. He literally is involved in so much, which we've gotten into a little bit before the show, but he's also just has so many cuts, knows everybody in town, is one hell of a writer.
Oh, thank you.
And I don't know how we knew each other for so long.
And hadn't written
together.
Yeah. We always said we needed to write. After every songwriter night we did together, we'd be like, we need to write. But it took the right thing. So here we are. And we wrote Tied Down in like an hour flat or something like that. It just happened.
It's just
so
ridiculous
quickly.
in my
It's
mind
like, you know,
that how quickly you can collaborate and come up with something like that.
Yeah.
It just blows my mind.
It just flowed.
Mark had the idea, and we were just kind of talking about it out loud, and I was like, what if it was really groovy like this? I think I just was like, and you're like, yeah. And then it literally snowballed back and forth.
Yeah.
And we always joke about how I'm so sorry about your cat, Jesse. Jesse was how old?
Well, he was 10 years old, my buddy Jesse. But when we sat down to write the song, I had just gotten back from the vet, and the vet had told me to put him down, and and he almost died on my kitchen floor or whatever. But I just told the vet I wasn't ready. I just lost a friend of mine. Make a long story short, we immortalized Jesse in the song with the other day my cat almost died. That's a true story. And
The cat was like dying by the bowl of food.
But Jesse lasted another 6 months or so.
Oh, wow.
Months. And unfortunately, we lost him about a month ago, but he is immortalized in song now. So.
Nice.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
Well, we're talking about music. You guys want to sing a song?
Sure.
Yeah.
All
Do it
right.
right now.
Shut the door to the bar. Get it all nice
we
and quiet.
warmed up with it earlier this morning. Right?
Yes, we did. So
Let me see if I'm still in tune.
Jesse's in the cat. This goes out to Mark's cat, Jesse. He's in the song.
Right.
I love that.
But yeah, it just kind of spilled out, and we were writing our
Tell them a little bit
writing our
about
verses.
recording it, because that was fun with Lee.
We went into Lee Turner's studio. He works with Darius Rucker for the past 9, maybe 10 years now, and he's from Wisconsin.
Oh, how
so
cool.
I knew him prior, and when I found out we were going to his studio, 222 Studios, I was like, gosh, this is going to be awesome. and literally the guys crushed it. I think we went into their room and we were getting set up and we're like, have fun with this.
Yep.
We're talking
Yep.
about the vibes, like where to go, how to, what we're going for this song. And they're like, yeah, we got you.
Yeah. Let's give shout outs. Buddy Spear on lead guitar, Craig Eck on drums, Brian Powell on the bass, Lee on the
Organ
on
and
the org
key.
keyboards and stuff like that. And then lo and behold, Brecken Miles
Was in
coming
town.
to town, and him and Bryn Black wound up in the studio because Brecken had to come find me so he could stay at my place.
And they were doing claps.
And they did the hand claps.
Oh,
so,
nice.
yeah, so
And
it
we
was
had to
great.
record the hand claps actually took the longest. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, but I'm like not.
But in a way, yes.
We had to like redo the hand claps a couple times.
Really?
Nobody was being
the band
all
did
together.
everything in one take, but the hand claps were a whole other story.
Yeah.
All right, are we ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
I can barely keep my plants alive. The other day my cat almost died. Making plans don't make sense to me. Somewhere on the beaches where you'll find me. No, no, I can't get tied down. No, I can't get tied down, baby. No, I can't get tied down. The very next day I'll be sailing away. I can't get tied down. Ooh, I can't get tied down. Yeah.
I can't sit with the same old sand.
No, you can't.
I get restless just holding hands. I'm pretty good at saying goodbye, whether I'm feeling low or up real high.
No, I can't get tied down. No, I can't get tied down, baby. No, I can't get tied down. The very next day I'll be sailing away. I can't get tied down. Ooh, I can't get tied down. Yeah.
Oh, if you buy the record, you'll hear Buddy do an amazing solo right here.
That's right. I've been called a gypsy dreamer. That's just who I am. Blink once, I'm out the back door, gone. If you want some of this, you'll have to chase me around. No, I can't get tied down. That's right. No, I can't get tied down, baby. No, I can't get tied down. No, I can't get tied down, baby. No, I can't get tied down. The very next day I'll be sailing away. I can't get tied down.
No.
Ooh, I can't get tied down. I can't get tied down, tied down. No, I can't get tied down. I can't get tied down, tied down. Tied down, tied down. Tied down.
Oh my God, you guys have
fun.
so much fun with that song.
Oh, we do. Every single time we've done it, it's like
It's so much
we just
fun.
need about 6 or 7 more of those.
It's so
That's
fun
great.
to watch you guys perform that. I had a great time watching you during CMA Fest perform it. And
thank you.
it's just as fun here in the studio. You guys look like you're having a blast.
Yeah, every time. It's just one of those songs that makes you feel good.
Yeah.
And
Even 11 o'clock this morning, we were like
Here we
rocking
go.
out.
I don't know why it took us that long to write, but there's something I think just magical happened that day, and it just it all clicked together, and
Right
I was
time, right
happy.
place.
Yes, I was happy I was there that day.
That's
Yeah.
Cool.
me too.
Well, your voices definitely complement each other. I love the blend and the harmonies that you guys come up with in that
thank you.
song. And it's just a fun song. We've played it several times here on the show.
We appreciate that so
and
much.
I know it's in rotation, and I've heard it on the radio station as well. So it's definitely has caught on.
Yay! Awesome.
Very good.
Yeah. Well, if you don't mind, right quick, I want to do a few shout outs.
Oh, absolutely.
Before it gets too late.
And of course, if you are out there on the live chat on YouTube, give us your, say hi so we can say hi back.
Where are you from?
And also, if you have a question for our guests, feel free to ask them.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So we have Ed and Pat out there at the Paradise Way Tiki Bar Studios.
Of course, that is Ed, the train man, and Pat, the photo girl of
Picture girl.
Picture girl. Well, photo, picture, something like that, right?
You call her the formal name.
My apologies, ma'am. Of course, that is Hop on the Peace Train with Ed, the train man, right here on Tiki Man Radio every Monday night at 6 p.m. Eastern.
And we have Maureen is out there tonight.
Hey, Mo. Where in the world is Mo? That's what the
Hey,
question is
Mo.
this week.
Right. And Lori Krause is out there.
Hey,
Well,
Mom.
hello.
I feel like she's related.
Yes.
Also, Jason Acey. Hello to
Hey,
you.
Jason.
Hey, Jason.
Another great singer-songwriter.
Yeah. And Monica says, hey, guys, and told me happy birthday. Thank you, Monica.
Of course, that is the producer of The Big
It's your
Show.
birthday.
Sunday mornings with the Tiki Man right here on Tiki Man Radio.
Yay, Monica.
And of
Hello.
course, Vacuum Cleaner Tom is out
We
there.
cannot
Hello.
forget about Vacuum Cleaner Tom.
Also, let me see. We've got some other folks on the other page. Hang on. So, Laurice.
Sweet Larice, I just saw her out there in the chocolate bar.
Yeah, she came over. And speaking of out there in the chocolate bar, the Golden Girl is here.
Of course, that is our
In the
producer, our
house.
manager, Golden Girl, Claudia Golden of Golden Entertainment.
And Mr. Golden is
of
out
course,
there as
can't
well.
forget about Golden himself.
That's right. Eric and Melissa Tittle. Hello,
Hey, guys.
Mike Carpenter.
OH brother, by the way. Can't forget that.
Mike Carpenter is out there.
Hey, Mike.
He says he loves Mark's new EP.
Yes.
Oh, thank you, Mike.
Yeah. And Miss Michelle Myers, the ambassador herself.
The ambassador of all great things.
And Bobby McQueen is out there.
Oh, Bobby McQueen. That would be our island truck driver.
Excuse me.
Oh, there's Flaz.
Hey, there's
Flaz.
Flaz Noogies over there.
There's a lot of people here tonight. There's like a party going on.
We're going to have to put a show on later.
There you go.
Well, you know.
We'll never say no to that.
Right.
No.
And then, of course, Joe Leo, our wonderful sponsor, he is out there tonight.
Yep.
Jersey.
Of course, Joe, if you're just chiming in and you didn't hear it, Mr. Mark Mulch is from Toms River, New Jersey as well.
My brother.
And then Gypsy Travels, hello to you.
Hello to our other
Gypsy.
sponsor, GTS Charters.
And John B. Austin Band. Hello,
And of
John.
course, that would be a good friend of Rick the Sticks.
Yeah.
Also singer-songwriter himself.
And Josh Clark. Hello, Josh.
Hey, Josh,
Hey, John.
over there in Tullahoma, Tennessee.
He was so proud of himself. He made it through the whole summer
Tullahoma.
party this year. He paced himself.
I know, he did a good job.
Yeah, he did. Fred Wonder. Hello.
Hey, Fred.
And Manalo himself.
Hey, Manalo.
Manolo.
We got all
Love that
kinds
guy.
of. He's such a nice guy,
Yes.
isn't he? He was just here a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
Has it been that long?
It was, Manalo was here just before CMA Fest, I believe. He was our guest
Oh, I
week
guess
before.
so.
I believe so. It's been a
You
long
know, I remember that, yeah, because I
Yeah.
said to him, "Why don't you come up and come to CMA Fest? Because I could put him on the bill at
Yeah.
Pete and
Oh,
Terry's."
that would've
And he
been
said-
cool.
You know what he said? He said next year.
Oh,
So-
there you go.
Oh.
All right, so let's hold him to that.
All right, Manalo. You're going to CMA Fest next year.
Yes.
Even if we don't get the big CMA media passes, we'll be at CMA
right,
Fest.
yes.
I can
Right.
guarantee you that.
Absolutely. And Dag Sorum is out there.
Hey, Dag. Appreciate you tuning in.
And then we've got Sophia, is it Morican?
Sophia Morrican sounds right.
Morrycan. I'm
Well, hello,
sorry if I
Sophia.
butchered your name.
Welcome to the show.
And Alan Jacks Bowers, hello to you.
All right.
Alan.
So if anyone else,
Talented singer, songwriter, musician right there.
yeah. And the beautiful Sean Crowley is out there.
Well, and we have to say hello to the beautiful Bill Crawley as well.
That's right. They are on the show tonight with y'all. So
All right.
Wait,
We
we're just
got
getting started.
You know,
At the same time.
when Lou told me, she goes, hey, I got because we talked about it, and she, you know, you guys did, because she keeps the calendar. You know, I just do my thing. She keeps all the logistics and tells me where I'm going to be and what I got to do, and then that's sort of
great.
thing. And I'm like, okay. So I said, did you get them booked? And she goes, yep. And I says, she goes, July 19th. And I'm like, that's your birthday. And she goes, oh, I know. Well, I guess we're doing a show on your birthday.
yes, we are.
And I couldn't think of any better people to have in here for
Aw.
That's
thank you.
right.
this. So,
We're honored to be here for your birthday.
Thank you. I was pretty excited about it.
So,
Very cool.
so you said you moved to Nashville 20 years ago.
Yes.
And so during that time, how, I guess, you said you were playing with the band in Nashville for a while, and then when did you just kind of start doing the independent thing?
Well, I went down to Nashville with my buddy Nick, and we had a band called the Mulch Brothers.
Okay.
And we did really well. We had one of our songs blow up on Sirius XM satellite radio, and called Love Run Wild, and got us out on tour. And we made a bunch of things happen on tour and building a following. And then we were lucky enough to get a record deal and a publishing deal. And the catalyst for that was a song that we wrote with our buddy Jeff Middleton called Steal You Away, which was ultimately cut. It was cut first by Jeff's band, the Dirt Drifters, who were doing really well at the time and had just gotten signed to Warner Brothers. But it got bumped off their album at like the last moment, and got picked up luckily by the Randy Rogers band. And the Randy Rogers band made it a single.
Yeah.
It did really well. And then Jeff and the band, Dirt Drifters version, wound up in the hands somehow of the director of Country Strong, which was a movie that was out at the time. Gwyneth Paltrow and Tim McGraw.
Yeah.
And they wanted to use the song in the movie. And that kind of gave us the, I guess, lack of a better word, clout to, say that it's time for us to get our own deal. And we wound up getting signed to Savannah Music Group. And,
very cool.
But unfortunately, we were a duo. And we probably were together for about 8 to 10 years or something like that. And then I also partnered up with my buddy Dave after Nick left the duo, and we were lucky enough somehow to get a record deal from a label out in Memphis, and put out one more Mulch Brothers album. But then David went to do his own solo thing, and that's when I've been in a band or a duo since I was, like I said, 14, 15 years old. And then I finally went solo probably about 6 years ago or so.
Oh, wow.
And put out my first solo album.
And how was that to that change?
Terrifying.
I bet it was.
I had no one to blame anything. If somebody didn't
He just says it like it is.
Yeah, if somebody didn't like it or something like that, or they didn't like, it was me. And I came close to doing it right before I moved to Nashville when I was still in New York, New Jersey. But I ultimately chickened out and made up a fake band name and put the album out. and then when I put out my Living It Up album, it was just me. And now it's good because it's like I like that I could do whatever I want to do. Again, if I meet a bunch of great people and they say I should do a tropical country album, well then I'm just gonna go do a tropical country.
There you go.
I don't have to ask anybody's permission. I just go and do it. So that's the best part about being solo artist. So
Yeah.
Well, we're certainly glad that you did, because we would be just so. I guess we wouldn't know what was missing, but I'm glad we do know.
Yeah.
Because this EP is just one great song right after the other.
Thank you.
And when it comes to you said you guys wrote your song in 45 minutes. Did it go that smoothly or that quickly with the rest of the songs on the album?
Trying to think back. I think the funny thing is the title track. I mentioned earlier, I'm drinking some delicious Sam Adams Just the Haze that our host gave us here, but NA beers. I quit drinking about 3 years ago. But in my drinking days, me and Mr. Brecken Miles were notorious for, I guess you might say, overdoing it.
Now he's carrying the torch.
Yeah,
no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, Brecken's making up for my lack of drinking. No, he's great.
Brecken sounds like our kind of guy. We need to get him in here.
Brecken's one of my best friends, and we started writing Days in the Sun. Definitely under the influence in my kitchen in Nashville, probably 4 or 5 years. At least like 5 years ago or so.
Oh my gosh.
And we were writing it. That was good. We had the chorus, so we were super excited about the chorus. The verses we weren't sure about yet. And then when this all came around to do the trop rock, trop country thing, being that Kirsty had asked me to go up to Wisconsin to do those shows, and then we also did those shows with Brecken. Kirsty and Brecken were the first two people that I knew I had to have on the album. So I got back together with Brecken on that song. And once we got back together and revisited it, that kind of came together pretty quickly. But that's kind of the history of that one. The other ones did go pretty quick because always went in with an idea of what that song was going to be. And I chose those those songwriters and those artists specifically for that song, So
that's really cool.
Yeah.
So you knew right then and there what sound you wanted and who was going to be able to provide that.
Yeah, on each one, it was kind of like I was lucky to. If I came up with an idea, I was like, oh, that would be really good with American Blonde, or Beach Up in Heaven. Knew I had to write that song with Bill DeLuigi and Sandy. Like there was no other two people that I could write that song with, and so once we got together, they were focused and they knew that that's what we were trying to accomplish. So,
well, one question I have for you, because I ask us of everybody, because I love to get the various answers, the different answers of the question is what comes first, the lyrics or the music?
The chicken or the egg?
There you
the
go.
Chicken or the egg.
What do you think?
Oh,
because I know for everybody it's different.
most of the time it's the same time. I don't know. It varies. I've written a song
really
and
does.
not had any sort of music or melody with it. I just wrote all the lyrics. But then there's others where I'm like, okay, this is the hook. I'm singing the hook right now. I think this is the end of the chorus. So like, how do I piece all this to then you hear the song from there. So I would say more melody than anything.
Yeah. Sometimes it's the title. You just walk into the co-write with the title, but you don't really have anything you want to see. You know what you kind of want the song to be about. What's really funny is, again, going back to Beach Up in Heaven, I didn't want to call it that. I wanted to call it something else. I wanted to call it What If God Were the Sun? Because it was after a book that I had read.
Cool.
It's a book by John Edward, and my co-writers were like that, and I told them what the book was about, and they were like, well, let's write what you're trying to say about the book, which was that heaven to me is the beach that I grew up on, Ocean Beach, New Jersey, where I grew up and stuff, and to be with all my family members that have passed or that have crossed over.
Yeah.
If heaven was that we all wound up back there,
how cool.
and stuff. So they were like, yeah, let's write that. We don't have to call it, What If God Were the Sun kind of thing. So it's interesting what happens with your co-writers, because your co-writers can change things.
Sometimes they can also not be in the way when you're like holding on to these feelings and these things, and it's just like the outsider's perspective, hearing it for the first time. It's like, oh, you are talking about this, and you're like, yes, why did I not?
Yeah.
But that's because you're closer to it, and so I find that helps a lot.
So they
too.
can kind of interpret for you
Oh my
what
gosh.
you're trying to get out.
Especially when it's a song that's close to home. I found for me it helps to write with somebody else that is not close.
Right.
It'd be like two cousins trying to write about their grandpa that passed. That'd be harder than having somebody outside of it as well.
Right.
Yeah, because Bill and Zandy were like, oh, well, you're talking about where you're from, and you're like, let's write about that, and the song wound up being about that, specifically, and but what's great so far is that people hear it and they can equate it to wherever
make the connection.
where their beach in heaven is. It doesn't have to be
It's an absolute beautiful song. Will you play it for us?
Oh boy.
I don't mean to put you on. I don't mean to put you on the spot or anything. Well, yeah, I do, but you know.
Yeah. All right. It's another thing though. It took me a good. This is the last song we cut on the album because it took me. I think we wrote it right before Christmas. And by the way, Kirsty, back me up on this if you feel the same way. But Nashville songwriting and being an artist in Nashville, or a songwriter specifically in Nashville, is like being in college the rest of your life because we all write like hard from September to like the end of November, beginning of December, and then everybody goes on winter break.
Yeah.
And they go to do their Christmas thing. Then they all come back right after New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, and about a week or so into the new year, hey, want to write? And then for like 3 months, it's writing. And then April, May rolls around, and all
Spring
of a sudden
break.
everybody goes to spring break and summer vacation, and you know, it's harder and harder to get people to sit down and write. So, yeah, so it took me a while to be able to get through this song, singing wise. So, but all right.
I have goosebumps already.
Been packing up for Ocean Beach ever since I was a kid. First 2 weeks of August, yeah, that's just what we did. Cousins, friends, and neighbors, and my first cold beer on ice. Swimsuits hanging on the line, little slice of paradise. When the good Lord takes me, when this sweet life ends, hope I see my brother, we'll be catching waves again. And I hope the sun shines like gold and the streets are paved with sand, and that salty blue-green water turns out to be the promised land. Yeah, I'm betting there's a beach up in heaven. I bet the boardwalk, I bet the stairway is a boardwalk. The pearly gates just past the dunes, with them Jersey Shore angels tanning on a summer afternoon. And we'll play guitars among the stars, singing Springsteen all night long. Get the band back together there before too long. When the good Lord takes me, when the sweet life ends, hope I see my brother, we'll be catching waves again. And I hope the sun shines like gold and the streets are paved with sand, and that salty blue-green water turns out to be the promised land. Yeah, I'm betting there's a beach up in heaven. Oh. We can read about it, dream about it, but we don't know until we arrive. As for me, I believe it's right off that exit sign. When the good Lord takes me, when the sweet life ends, hope I see my brother, we'll be catching waves again. And I hope the sun shines like gold, the streets are paved with sand, and that salty blue-green water turns out to be the promised land. Yeah, I'm betting no man I know. Ocean Beach looks a lot like heaven. Oh, a lot like heaven. been packing up for Ocean Beach ever since I was a kid.
Wow.
Absolutely beautiful song.
Told you it was hard to do.
It is beautiful.
Got choked up there a little bit. I forgot that second verse. Right? It's like, no.
Well, we got, between that, that beautiful song, you know, meeting your loved ones up there on that beach, and then on the contrast, I guess, Nico, we're going to have a bar as well up there. So, go from the beach to the bar. We'll be good. Yeah. Everything will be all right.
I don't think I need to be sober in heaven, do I?
I don't think so.
No, that'd be fine.
There's no such thing.
That's another song idea right there.
There you go. There you go.
Mark, I'm just going to text you that.
Right, yes.
See, songs are born right here.
That's right.
Well, you got any comments or anything?
I do. Josh Clark is out there. He said he grew up on the boardwalk on the Jersey Shore in Wildwood, New Jersey.
Oh, yeah, Wildwood.
Yeah.
Wildwood had the best rides. So in Seaside Heights, we had a great boardwalk that had a lot of games, like, and back, I'm dating myself now, but when I was a kid, you could win like records. You could win an album, like the new album that was. I remember winning a Van Halen album on the boardwalk, which was so exciting to then go home and get and then CDs and cassettes and stuff. But yeah, we had these great like games and all those kind of things. And we had rides, but they weren't big rides. You'd go to Wildwood because Wildwood had like the loop roller coasters and all that.
Oh, that's the one probably that you always see when they talk about the Jersey Shore.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll say when we went up there, we was at the boardwalk, had the big.
We were in Ocean
City.
Ocean City is
where we went
Wildwood,
to. Yeah. So we had a good time there. I still got pictures from there. The Ferris wheel and everything, and walking down that boardwalk.
Yeah.
It was kind of cool.
It was a
really
cool boardwalk, yeah. That's one of the things I wish, and there's probably a reason why not, but I can't seem to find, and probably because I never traveled much, but until now, but I can't seem to find when you go like the Gulf and even, well, I guess over in Myrtle Beach they do, but in the Gulf, I have not been able to find a beach with a boardwalk, like a legitimate boardwalk like they have up in Jersey.
And we're so lucky because we have Seaside, and we have Point Pleasant, and we have Atlantic City, and we have Ocean City and Wildwood.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have the best boardwalks up there.
Yeah, I would love it if they could just connect them all the whole way.
Wouldn't that be fun?
That'd be wild.
Yeah, I mean, the closest thing I'd ever been was the boardwalk they have down in Myrtle Beach. I was the one I had been on, but then when we went up there to New Jersey, and I'm like, this just has a completely different feel, and had the shops and all that, and
it had what was it, almost like it reminded me of you probably don't know what I'm talking about. You might know because you're young, but Hannah Montana, the Hannah Montana show, TV show, there was part of it where they worked on the boardwalk, like there was a circle area of all the shops and like food places and whatever. And in Ocean City, they had.
You're right.
Like you went out on like a pier, and right in the middle of the pier, it was like a circus tent.
Yeah.
I mean, it was wood, but it was shaped like a circus tent, and inside you could get like ice cream and hot dogs and all kinds of snacks.
I just know when we were there, once the Tiki Man got me hooked on the show, I was able to relate to Boardwalk Empire a lot I felt like I had been there,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tiki Man got him hooked on.
I love that show.
I binged. He had been on me for a while. Said, you got to watch it. You got to watch it. I sat down and I was hooked on that.
The scene on the beach when they drown the
yeah.
That's so Jersey.
Well, we talk about Joe Leo and Beach Buddha. They came here to the summer party. Was it 2 years ago now?
It's been a couple years.
Almost 3 years ago. And when they walked in, I'll have to show you a picture. They both had on their fedoras.
Their gold chains. Carrying Jersey mics as they walked in.
Oh, right.
And I was like, that's not the mafia. I don't know. I mean, they looked like beach mafia guys.
So
yeah.
I'm sad I missed this party. It sounded pretty
I'm telling you, every July. I'll let you know.
Just a couple weeks ago when we had a fantastic time as always. We had, it started out, we had Steve Hopper on the band on the
Nice.
stage, and then the entire Jonas Lawrence band was here and played. We had trying to think who else we had here. I just went.
Jonas and I
Steve
have
Hopper.
the same birthday.
Yeah. What's that?
We have the same birthday.
Oh, would it? Yeah.
So they're like doing this whole plan for this birthday party down in Florida
Oh yeah,
somewhere.
isn't there like three of you
I
or
guess
four
there's
of you?
5 now.
Oh.
Dave can chime in. He knows.
Wow.
So
he
when's
knows
your
all of them.
birthday?
October 2nd.
October 2nd.
I want to be there
Dave
for that.
Freeman,
Yeah.
Jonas.
Oh
Lawrence.
yeah, you're amongst that group.
Yeah.
Ah.
If you
That's
have
cool.
not met Dave Freeman,
I have not. Yeah.
keyboard player.
Okay.
Oh my lord.
And high
energy
notes?
for days. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
The man of the high notes.
Yes.
Like all that. I can't do that right now, but like
Yeah.
he nails that.
Wow.
And I like to call him the
So
king
much
of the
fun.
keys because we have so
Yeah.
much fun. He's been in here, and he's the first person, the only person that we've ever had who's brought a keyboard in here and played
Yeah.
played on the air with a keyboard.
Yep. Set it up. Set it up.
And set it right there on the table and
He
went
broke
to
the
town.
seal.
Wow.
So, and we had a great time with him. So, yeah,
Yeah.
when you get a chance to meet him,
Okay.
you will not be disappointed at all.
That sounds good.
He comes to Nashville quite often, so I'll have
Yeah.
to. hook
Yeah,
you
he
guys
does
up.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was
Okay.
playing. He did a couple of shows at the Bluebird not that long ago. So, so yeah, he
Yeah.
gets back and forth there. So.
You know, that's somewhere that's on my bucket list. I really want to go to the Bluebird, and I've never gotten to go yet. Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah, we
Sometime when we're
have
up
a
there.
fairly large bucket list. As we tell everybody, living in the coastal world here, everybody's, the beach. Everybody's wanting to go to the beach and go to the Keys. And like,
We love it.
we're
but
small town rednecks, and for us, we're like, you don't understand. Our Key West is 2 hours away for us in Nashville.
Right.
Yeah.
Because any chance we get to go to Nashville, hang out, because we just love that environment. We love the music. Not that we don't love our coastal music, and we love the beach, because we do love the beach.
Yes, we
but
do.
it's just, I guess.
if I could pick up Nashville and set it on
Yeah.
the beach,
Right.
my life would
I
be
would-
perfect.
it's because
I
you
like
can't
it better,
you
too.
can't turn
Yeah.
anywhere without music.
Right.
And
Yeah.
we love music. I wish I was more talented and could play music, but best I can do is listen to it and just
And
be
write.
just be a fan.
Key West comes.
Yeah,
I
Andy
don't
can
know.
write.
I don't know
Andy
about
writes.
that. I don't know about
Kirsty's
that.
a witness.
So, new songs coming soon.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. There's only, I think, 2 people. You and Darby Ledbetter are the only 2 people I believe has laid eyes on my attempt at
Don't be
writing a
shy.
song.
You must
So-
share it.
We might have to share it with Mark too.
Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe, because I don't play an instrument or anything like that. But what I always did was, I loved English class, so I loved creative writing. So I've written poems, I've written short stories. That's it. Just when it comes to the musical side, I can tell a story, but I don't know how to tell a story that you would in a song, because it's definitely got to be condensed, and I don't have that skill. So
But that makes you a lyricist, actually. So you could certainly give somebody like us, like your lyrics or your words, and we can make up a melody to it.
See?
So
all right, maybe we'll talk after.
tell
Maybe
ya.
we'll talk after the show. Maybe.
There you go.
Try to tell.
It scares me to show people that, because it's like so.
It's vulnerable.
It's not what anybody expects out of me, because I'm just me. Nobody would ever expect me be, I guess, that deep.
sensitive and
No,
deep.
I could see
I'm
behind
not
those
sensitive
glasses, there's-
Yeah.
at all.
There's behind those glasses. There's very kind eyes.
I
has a
remember.
story.
Yeah, I have a mushy moment. So I remember.
Birthday girl, bring in the mushy moment.
You know, B-Dawg, and the first time I can remember, the first time we were sitting beside each other, and he put his arm around me, and he just took his hands and just rubbed my arm real light, and I was like, he's not always intense. Like he has a gentle side.
No,
It was the coolest moment ever. But yeah, because he does.
Well,
My
our
kids
one
call him
daughter
intense for no reason.
Yeah, that's my nickname, is Intense for no reason. So,
I feel like I might have
great.
that.
And I've
Any
been to-
comments from any of the viewers that know me? I don't know.
and I've also been told that I have a tone.
He does have a tone.
Oh. Ooh.
Yeah, because evidently, yours every once in a while, she'll say something to me, and I'm like, "What?" And she'll be like,
Are you?
And I'm
are you
like,
really
is that
gonna
the
talk
tone?
to
I'm
me
like,
again? Yeah.
"What?" And she
Gonna
goes,
be-
"That tone." And I'm like, "What tone?"
That one.
That one.
Calling you out.
She does. She keeps me on my toes, but I wouldn't have it any other way. So, guess what you guys coming up with you got the EP, you touring. What are you doing?
Just like I said, I just played. I just went and did the run up north and stuff like that.
And the farmers market tour. Tell them about that.
Oh
It's
yeah,
super
yeah.
Cool.
So I own 12 South Farmers Market in Nashville, Tennessee.
Okay.
Which is booming.
We built it into basically a festival every week. So it's like the size of a festival. We have about over 70 vendors every week, food trucks.
Oh my gosh, how cool!
Live music. It's a big thing every Tuesday in Nashville. And so what I started to do is we've been lucky enough to at this point I think we have about 35,000 Instagram followers.
Wow.
We're pretty well known. We're just been interviewed on TV last week about it and stuff. And so twice a season I do what I call the Farmers Market Tour, and I go play about 5 or 6 other farmers markets so that we
cool.
can promote them because I'm playing at the farmers market.
Nice.
So to help other farmers markets around the greater Nashville area. So I
That
did
is
the first
really cool.
round of that a couple weeks ago, about a month ago. And then the second round of that starts actually this week because I'm playing Hip Donaldson Farmers Market and Clarksville Farmers Market on Saturday to just kind of spread the word about other
fun.
places.
And I know
And
there's
promote the
a
EP.
farmers
And
market
promote the EP.
in
Yeah.
Chattanooga,
Yeah.
and there's one also over in Collegedale as well. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the Chattanooga one's really good. I played
Yes.
that one years ago.
Oh,
but
is that
yeah.
right?
Yeah, with the Mulch Brothers. Yeah. But
How cool!
Yeah.
That thing just seems like it's getting bigger and bigger.
yeah,
and
that
bigger
one.
every
That's
year.
kind of like our downtown Nashville one.
And I'll be at the 12 South Farmers
will.
Market because Mark booked me to play next
Nice.
Tuesday, the 25th.
Yeah.
So, give us the details on that. Is it every weekend?
It's every Tuesday.
Every
Every
Tuesday.
Every Tuesday, 4 to 7 p.m. in Sevier Park in Nashville. So the neighborhood is called 12 South. And so we're 12 South Farmers Market, yeah. And Kirsty will be playing this coming Tuesday.
I have a
you have,
feeling
like,
we're going to be
vendor-
making a mad dash to a farmer's market and back.
I can see it
Yeah.
I
happening.
mean, just
too.
Yeah.
like you have a ton of vendors, like honey, like everything,
Yeah,
like
everything you can think of.
everything you
so
can
many
think of.
different baked goods. We probably have about a dozen farmers, with local produce.
Yeah.
I love
I
that.
think I'm gonna say that every farm is organic. Every farm is an organic farm.
It's awesome.
Yeah, and then we cultivated a food court. So in our parking lot is about 8 to 10 different food vendors, and then usually 2 to 4 food trucks.
It's like the real deal.
It's pretty crazy.
That is amazing.
How long you been doing this?
This is I've been with the farmers market for about 9 years, but it's my 6th year as owner of it. So I used to do the
Wow.
music. I used to book the music and run the sound and stuff like that, and then perform myself. Nowadays I can't perform really because I
gotta
have to be the
oversee
boss
everybody.
and I'm
Yeah.
overseeing everything. So every once in a while I'll play, but I only do one set because I can't. After that, everything's getting a little too crazy, and I gotta work. I gotta work. So I can't.
Well, we must have a little bit of trouble getting him here in the studio. Because the first thing, hippie chick, first thing, she fell in love with your hair. She
Yeah.
loves your hair. She had to know what
He's got the
what
best
the hair regimen and everything's down. But then when he started talking farmers market and organic, he had her hooked.
The
And
hippies were talking.
Yeah, the worm farm. That was awesome.
yeah.
She has a worm
Yes.
farm.
Yes, and that's usually quite a topic of discussion on the Sunday show because I know John Beck chimes in from time to time because he's always requesting an update on the worm
On the
farm.
Oh
worms.
yeah.
So, because
There's
apparently,
a lot of them.
apparently there's
Thousands.
some tea involved, and there's all kinds of
Wow.
kinds
So
of
they
crazy
were-
stuff.
They were like totally hipping it out.
They were.
Hipping it out.
She's like, the hippies are bonding.
Right.
Yeah.
We always joke and said, for as many singer-songwriters we know, that there's probably one out there that she could get to write the song Down on the Worm Farm.
And it would be Mark Mulch.
Wait, what do your friends call you
'Cause that's
again?
basically-
You should.
My friend Kate Hastings back in Nashville got a bunch of people to start calling me the organized hippie
The organized hippie.
because of all my I do all of these other side business things, but
Businesses
then my main thing is I always keep music as the main, the forefront.
Right?
And they're like, I don't understand how you do it. You're like an organized hippie.
I love that. That's so funny.
So-
Well, Harold Booth
Harold
out there at Lake Lizard Music.
Singer-songwriter extraordinaire.
You're gonna love Harold.
He's so fun. He's been here as well. He said, I met Kirsty on a boat somewhere in Key West, I think.
in the middle of the water, in the middle of the
There
ocean.
you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Bill Crowley is liking the B-Dawg secrets tonight.
Well, stay
it
tuned
is.
because, I put my foot in my mouth just about every week. And it's become a kind of a running joke is every time I put my foot in my mouth, what am I going to buy her next?
Or where
So-
do I get to go?
Or where does she get to go?
Yes.
So I already
like
jumped
it.
ahead, and I haven't put my foot in my mouth, but I already booked the next trip, so we're good to go for that.
Does she know?
Does she
Yes,
know?
she knows.
Oh, I do know.
Okay.
She does
He,
know.
he bought me a weekend stay at a cabin,
Ooh.
Loretta Lynn's ranch.
Oh, that's gonna be so
very good.
fun.
Yeah, I'm excited
Very
for
good.
it. Super excited for
You
it.
know what
Yes.
she likes.
Well, it didn't. Because we went over to Memphis to the ambassador's wonderful 4th of July party that she had over there, and we got to see the fireworks and all that over there. And of course, on our way over, in between there, you see a sign for Bucksnort, Tennessee.
Oh, yeah.
So,
We have a vendor from Bucksnort.
oh, is that
Stop
right?
it. Really?
Well, that's
Yeah.
the hippie chicks peoples are
Bucksnort
from
trout. Yeah. Best smoked trout dip you'll ever have in your life.
Wait a minute. All we know,
I might have to get that.
all we know is Bucksnort has a gas station. Is there more?
There's more, apparently. but
Beyond
there's at
the
least
gas
a farm.
station.
There's a trout farm.
A trout farm there.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, yeah, the hippie chick
Wow.
always says she has people there.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Which, of
Next
course-
time I'll bring you some smoked trout dip.
Nice.
Oh my
Which, of course, I had to
gosh,
stop to get the T-shirt. So I do have
Yes.
a T-shirt that says Bucksnort, Tennessee.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
But, Lou was like, I think Loretta Lynn's place is not too far from here. Mm-hmm. So
and
we
is that
did.
when you're little like?
We just kind of got off on a side road, and we
Well,
actually
we had passed
found it.
We passed it before, the sign before.
Right.
And we had a little bit extra time, so I was like, honey, why don't we go see how far off the highway it is? So, yeah, it was only like, what,
10 miles out of our
10
way.
miles.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, it was pretty cool.
Now you're to stay somewhere out there.
Which, of course, was looking around, and she goes, everybody, you want to know what I want? I want this. This is what I want. And she never, ever tells me,
Like says it.
I want this. So, of course, afterwards, because I didn't realize it's a big campground. They have motocross events and,
Okay.
Chuck
and
wagon
chuck
races.
wagon races, and
What-
they do all concerts. They do all kinds of stuff there.
I feel like
So-
we're like talking about Kirsty's nightmare. There's like no internet, there's no cell phone.
Yeah, it is completely off the grid. Let me tell you that. So I got her that. So that's what.
She's like, oh, yay, out in the middle of the woods with nothing.
That sounds-
Hey, that's
nice.
That's actually my cabin up north.
It would be perfect.
Is it really?
Yeah, we spent 2 days up there, and you have to stand by one tree to get 2 bars, and then if you hold it up just right, it can send maybe a text message.
Oh,
Maybe.
very nice. Well, that's what she said she wanted.
good
So
to me.
our anniversary is next month. So I jumped the gun and I booked it for next month. So
That's awesome.
So
And what anniversary will this be?
8 for
All
us.
right.
Yay.
Believe it or not.
Yeah, 8.
Very good.
8.
Did you notice that?
You were on it.
Did you notice that she had to think about it and I just blurted
I
out?
always have
Yeah.
to
Did
figure
you
it
notice
out.
that?
We've
Well,
known
that's
each
your
other.
sensitive side showing. So
See, there you go. You just have a sensitive side.
No, I just know what I need to do to keep out of trouble.
Oh, you missed it. You should have got her face in there when she was doing that.
Well, enough about us. Let's talk about more about you. Especially when you start talking about my sensitive side that I don't have.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm going to tell you what we want to do is I want to take a quick break. We got some wonderful sponsors that we need to recognize, and then we'll come back. I'll tell you what. Leading into this break, I am going to play some. referenced them already. So how about we play a song from American Blonde going into the first
Let's
break?
do
How about
it.
that?
Let's do.
All right.
Yeah.
American Blonde, Quicksand.
They're awesome.
I love them.
Paradise, baby, you and I built the life we were dreaming of. Strong foundation, but it's caving, and I don't like where it's taking us. Cause we're living in a wasteland, losing everything that we've had. We were on solid ground, but that ain't how it feels right now. It's like we're standing in quicksand, it's coming out from under us. Something happened to our love, and I don't know how we're gonna get back. Grab a rope and hold the line, pull ourselves out in time before this dies. Whatever we do, we better do it fast. Cause you and me, us, know we ain't gonna last in quicksand. Deep, 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 deeper down. I can't breathe and I can't figure out how we got here or what went wrong. Cause this ain't us, cause we don't belong in quicksand. It's coming out from under us. Something happened to our love, and I don't know how we're gonna get back. Grab a rope and hold the line, pull ourselves out in time before this dies. Whatever we do, we better do it fast. Cause you and me, us, know we ain't gonna last in quicksand. Yeah, we're never gonna last in quicksand, baby. The more that we fight it, the more that we struggle, the more that we sink it. I think we're in trouble in quicksand. It's coming out from under us. Something happened to our love, and I don't know how we're gonna get back. Grab a rope and hold the line, pull ourselves out in time before this dies. Whatever we do, we better do it fast. Cause you and me, us, know we ain't gonna last in quicksand. Standing in quicksand. Never gonna last in quicksand. You're killing me, baby. Quicksand.
Hey, y'all, this is B-Dawg
And Lou.
from Tropical Country right here on Tiki Man Radio. Next time you take a trip down to Key West and you want to get out on the water, we want you to check out our sponsor, Goaltending Services. Goaltending Services is the premier charter service in Key West. They offer a wide range of amenities. Goaltending Services is also a veteran-owned company, and they take care of their veterans and active duty personnel by offering a 25% discount with your veteran or military ID. For more about Goaltending Services, give them a call at 305-916-0990.
Or look them up online at goaltendingservices.com.
Off the coast on a boat, drop a rock on the radio.
And now, Tiki Man Radio is proud to present the JBL Legends Travel Moment with Joe Leo. Take it away, Joe.
Everybody, it's Joe Leo with the JBL Legends Travel Group here with this week's Travel Minute. About 9 months ago, I talked about fundraising travel, and I wanted to come on here today and do another Travel Minute about it because a lot of new things have happened since the last time I spoke to you. So, fundraising travel, about 9 years ago, I started a program where nonprofit organizations, 501(c)(3)s, could do a trip either on a cruise or an all-inclusive resort to raise money for their organization. And my whole concept behind that was, let us help you put the fun back into fundraising. And we've done that for a lot of different organizations. We've sponsored so many great cruises, and we've raised anywhere between $3,000 and $10,000 for organizations all across the United States. We get calls from people that are looking to do this. And there's a section on our website that talks about it. But recently, I've been getting a lot of calls, and people are asking me about, and we do it. I just never spoke about it before, but we do it. People are asking me about, hey, we'd like to run a vacation raffle. Or we'd like to do a raffle where we would give away vacation certificates. Or we're having a golf outing and we're going to have a silent auction, and we would like to have a vacation package for that silent auction. So we can do all three of those. So let's just really quick, if you're doing a vacation raffle, we need to pick, maybe a 2 or 3 night vacation, get the value of it so you can apply for your permits, and then you know how many tickets you need to sell to pay for that vacation, and everything over and above that is your profit. The same thing goes with vacation certificates. I've had an organization that came to me and they wanted to have a raffle. They wanted to give away vacation certificates. So first prize was a $1,000 vacation certificate. Second prize was $500. Third prize was $200. So all the winner had to do once they won that was to come to us and say, hey, I want to book my vacation. I have the certificate, which is worth $1,000 or $500 to apply towards that. So that's another one. The other one is silent auctions. Now, silent auctions, what we do is we let the organization know how much that trip is worth to them, what the base price is to them, what it's going to cost them at the end of the raffle. Now, the important part about it is if that doesn't sell, it doesn't cost the organization anything. So we give them the package on consignment. If they sell it, then they owe us for what the cost of the trip is. So we tell them what the cost is. We tell them what the opening bid needs to be. So they're already making a profit on the opening bid. And then anything above the opening bid is also their profit. And then once it sells, we supply them with a certificate to give to the winner so that they can then call us and redeem their vacation. And the organization just pays us for that base price of the trip, and the rest of the money they keep. I'm working on one right now with a youth program here in Toms River for a big golf outing in September, and we're going to be doing 3 different packages at their dinner at their golf outing. So there's a lot of good ways. If you belong to an organization, I know I belong to a lot of them, and many of you probably do, Parrot Head groups, Elks clubs, Rotary clubs, and you got a 501(c) and you're looking to raise money. This is a fantastic way to do it. Whether you take a group trip together and have some fun together, or you do a silent auction or a raffle for the organization. If you have any questions about how it works, you want to talk to me, you can reach me at 732-831-5200. Hope you have a great rest of your weekend. This has been Joe Leo with this week's JBL Legends Travel Minute. Take care.
Thanks, Joe. Always travel with someone you trust. JBL Legends Travel and Joe Leo. Reach out to him at 732-831-5200. The official travel company of Tiki Man Radio.
You gotta get out of this town. The Golden State is waiting for you with more stars than you can count. A couple years of working hard, playing for tips in local bars. Might not have made it very far, but I found a girl that stole my heart. And she shines brighter than the sun in the San Francisco Bay. Smoother than a sip of those Napa Valley grapes. In a city full of angels, there's only one I wanna hold. She's my California gold. Little money, I could pay off all my bills. Maybe drive a Maserati or buy a house up in the hills. Those things can make you happy, but they don't last the test of time. 'Cause 'Cause I found a girl that loves me, and that's just something you can't buy. But she shines brighter than the sun in the San Francisco Bay, smoother than a sip of those Napa Valley grapes. In a city full of angels, there's only one I wanna hold. She's my California gold. They say gold holds its value, it's cherished for all time. I'm gonna put some on her finger and ask her to be my wife. She shines brighter than the sun in the San Francisco Bay. She's smoother than a sip of those Napa Valley grapes. In a city full of angels, there's only one I wanna hold. She's my California gold. She's my California gold. California gold.
California Gold. That's Garen Lewis, which of course we had a chance to hear him perform there
friend
at
of
in
mine, yeah.
Nashville as well.
Yeah, he's a every Friday happy hour for me at Pete and Terry's for a while now.
Is that right?
Yeah, yeah.
I
And,
believe he is
kinda-
coming to the studio.
Oh,
Yes,
great.
we have him
Great.
booked.
Yes.
Come in. I don't know what date you have the black book over there.
Have y'all heard
So-
his new song, right? When a cowgirl goes to heaven, that he wrote
Yes.
for his sister.
Yeah,
Yes.
Oh,
I have
hear
heard.
it.
Powerful.
we'll listen to it and
Okay.
cry on the way home.
All right.
It's
Honestly,
oh,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, that's one rule I got. I
That is
try not to
just-
make anybody cry.
right.
Uh,
We're having
you know-
a party over here.
Yeah, we had Jay Allen on here. Was it
yeah.
last week?
Yeah.
And I'm like, his song "Blank Stare" is so powerful, but I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I can't
Can't
play it
do
on
it.
the show, man.
Can't do it.
That'll just, it's a mood killer.
Right,
to
right.
play it on the show, but the new song "Jello Shot." That's
Oh, well, there you go. You
of
can go
course
with
now
that, yeah.
that one's getting plenty of play.
I
here.
thought of Jay the other night because the show I did in upstate New York at Irish pub called P2's Irish Pub in Tupper Lake. They have an outdoor concert series during the summer, but you have to pick a charity. And then they do like a 50-50
Oh, how
kind of
cool.
thing. And all the money that they raise throughout the night while you're playing goes to whatever charity the artist picks. And I picked an Alzheimer's charity, so it was
Oh, that's
Very
amazing.
cool.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Well, Garen is going to be here 2 weeks from tonight.
Oh, okay. Well, look
Yep.
at that.
Nice.
August 2nd.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
And I
he's
bel-
such
I-
a great guy.
Yeah, and I do believe we've been in contact with American Blonde. Is that?
No, I need to get a hold of them. I dropped the ball, if you want me to be
I
honest.
don't say that was on your
Yeah,
list of things to do.
It is on my list.
But I won't
texting
scold you
them
on your
right now.
birthday.
Oh, are you?
There you go.
I was slacking.
It helps when you know people that know people, right?
Right? Listen, I'm just going to get with Mark and be like, hey, while you're
On your phone.
While we're at it,
talking to all your friends there, send them my way.
yes, because of course I've been playing their music on the show as well. 'Cause, of course the first song I had to play was "I Fell in Love" with their rendition of "In the Air Tonight."
Oh,
I
yeah.
absolutely
So good.
fell in love with
It's
that.
so good.
Them live doing that.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, I
great.
know. It just gave me
Yeah.
goosebumps when. Yeah, it was. They made me wait for that drum solo, but
The whole time he was
it
like,
paid off.
I like this, but can they do it? Are they going to do
Are
it?
they gonna do it? And, they did.
Yeah.
And of course, they frame it right. Going, is this what you've been waiting for? It's like, yes, yes,
Yeah.
I have.
Yep.
And definitely very, very talented young ladies as well.
Yes. They played an outdoor show with me, I guess about a month or so ago at When Pigs Fly, where you're going to be playing soon too.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Hey, so this place is more like we could just really do like originals." Do your originals. Don't worry about
Yeah.
The When Pigs Fly show is not that's a place to do your own stuff. It's such a cool
Stories,
outdoor venue in Nashville. And I said, except that you have to do in the air.
Right?
And then Mark has one of those for me. He tells me I have to sing REO Speedwagon, Take It on the Run.
Yeah.
Oh, yes,
I keep
yes.
telling her to put it out. It's so good.
You
I
could. It was
might.
good.
So
We
good.
heard you do it that day, and it was fantastic. Yeah.
Sweet.
You know, right now, covers is
Luke Combs, number one.
It's an in
Right?
thing right now.
Right?
So
Yeah, it really
you
is.
you don't have to shy away from it.
That's
We were
right.
talking on the way down because I'm sure you guys heard Jake Owen's new album.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's super fun and everything like that.
On the boat again.
Oh my God, I was just like,
It was genius.
it started, and I'm thinking like, "Boy, this sounds familiar," and I didn't even think like that on the boat again, like seeing the title. I didn't think it was going to be what it was.
Right.
And then all of a sudden he's like, "On the boat again," and I went, "How did I not think of that?
I know, right?
How did I not think of that?" I was just like, "Oh."
You can hear, I mean, Brian and I have talked about this before. You can see people in your mind. I mean, you can almost see how that song would have been written. Like, they're all out there just
They're
drinking
out there on the
beer,
boat. They're
playing
drinking.
music, and
Yeah.
just goofing
Line by
around.
line.
Started saying, on the boat
Yeah.
again.
And then
Yeah.
somebody goes, "Hey, we need to do that." You
Yeah.
know, that kind of thing.
We are now challenging ourselves, me and Kirsty, to do a tropical Christmas country song.
Oh my gosh, that would be
Yeah.
Very nice.
fantastic.
And we're thinking that the best way to do it is to parody a famous Christmas song.
Why not?
So
Yeah.
similar to what he did with that. So yeah.
I think
So,
that would be
we're
fun.
trying
I like
to
that
trying
idea.
to figure out what it is. So if you guys have any ideas, let us know.
That would be
I just
fun.
played a show. I think our last show of a 10-day run in Wisconsin was Christmas in July.
Oh, okay.
And we have a couple of Christmas songs that I wrote. One of them's like a colored country like Christmas. And it's so redneck, and it's literally about Crystal King and her family. But we like really went for it, and it was cool to play those songs. But it's like in July, so
Right.
it's like the weirdest thing ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, back in the day, I was a Boy Scout growing up.
Nice.
Eagle Scout.
I'm an Eagle Scout.
Eagle
so
I was a
Scout,
brownie.
Oh, there you go.
I was
There you
too,
go.
yes.
But that was a big thing at summer camp. Our troop always booked to go to camp the week, and we did Christmas in July. And our Boy Scout camp was actually in an old Christmas tree farm.
Oh.
So there was these pine trees everywhere. So you can imagine
You smelt it, too.
Yeah.
all the trees got decorated. You know, each troop would take a tree.
Oh, that'd be
and
fun.
so it was literally like walking through the North Pole in July with green grass, but all these Christmas ornaments and hearing Christmas songs everywhere.
Right.
And you're just like, you don't know how it worked, but you know what?
Yeah.
The spirit of Christmas should be all year round. And
That's
and
right.
You know, why
That's
not in
right.
July when it's sun shining and everybody's in a good mood?
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. I threaded.
Threaded.
Is that a thing?
That's
a
what I
pic
guess so.
of this, and I said, when you just finish a Blue Christmas version, Elvis's version of Blue Christmas, you do that. And, they had that whole little area decorated for sure.
How fun.
That is cool.
Well, I want to give a quick shout out. Jersey Johnny
Jersey
says, hey, Tiki Man, wanted to see if we could send a sticker out for him. So I told him I would talk with Tiki Man and see if we can't get something arranged.
That's
Can you
right.
send him a Mark Mulch sticker if he wants.
Oh,
I
okay.
brought a
We'll send
bunch.
you a Mark Mulch sticker, too.
Yeah, 'cause we got these cool little stickers we got right
That's
there.
right.
Yes.
You know,
And koozies. He's got koozies.
you know you
Yeah.
pulled you're a good looking guy when you can pull off a cartoon. I'm just saying.
Did you get to hear the story before of how that came about? Or who did that?
I did not.
Do you want to tell the quick story?
Sure. I would love to give my friend Dave a shout out. I went to Moore Catholic High School in Staten Island, New York, and I'm still friends with a lot of my high school buddies back there, just a lot of my high school friends. And David Bamundo is one of them, and he happens to be the head illustrator, the lead illustrator at the Wall Street Journal. And that is his style of cartooning. And I've always been super intrigued by the work that he does, and I've always wanted to find a way to collaborate on one of my albums or singles or anything. And
Right.
I found myself as we were finishing the record, I was saying, oh, I definitely want it to be kind of cartoonish, and I've never used my likeness or even a picture or anything on any
Or the
of my
hair to his advantage.
or any of my things on my solo releases so far.
Right.
You know, and so I sent Dave a selfie sitting at a coffee shop in Nashville, and just said, hey man, do you think you could do a cartoon of me that I could use for the cover of my album? And he sent that back in like 3 days.
I love it.
And I was blown away. I was like, wow.
Well, not only that is that a great album cover, but that is a perfect business logo right there.
I mean,
It really
it's
is.
working out.
It's your profile picture on Facebook.
It is.
It is.
That's how I knew I got the right one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, just talk quickly about your merch because you got all
Yes,
this
you have
stuff
to.
going
Yeah,
on.
so I got sunglasses and koozies and stickers and T-shirts, and we'll have beach towels coming soon too as well.
Nice.
So there you go.
Now, where can everybody find this?
MarkMulchMusic.com, or follow me on Instagram or Facebook, same thing, at MarkMulchMusic, and thread me too.
Thread you. Yeah, what is this thread? We knew nothing about this thread until you guys came in tonight.
I just woke up one morning, like I think a week ago or something, right? Is it
Yeah.
only like a week old, 2 weeks old,
It's
or something
gotta
like
be.
that? And
got
everyone on Instagram is saying, on my thread. Did you thread today? On my thread. Check it on my thread. And I'm like, I had to text my friend
week.
Becca helps me with social media. I was like, what is everyone talking about? And she's like, oh, it's the Twitter of Instagram. I thought, oh my God,
hell.
no.
Like we need another Twitter.
Yeah, I was like, what are you talking? She's like, yeah, get on it. Make sure you join. Make sure you post. Make sure you do this. It's like, oh no.
Just another social media
Another
site that you have to
thing.
keep up with.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's literally like a Twitter, but through Instagram. That's
Yes.
and it's very simple. It's not like you can add all the ats and
right.
links and stuff. It's pretty simple. I don't know.
Oh, we might be able to work
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah.
That might be what they're going for.
So that's a Twitter for, is it a Twitter for old people? Is that what it is?
Maybe it is. I don't know.
Which, according our daughter, we talk about Facebook, and
funny.
and we keep getting told Facebook's for old people. Young
Yeah.
people aren't on Facebook anymore because all the old people took it over.
Well, now they're saying that about TikTok.
Now they're saying about TikTok that old people's taking over TikTok.
Yeah.
Right? Wow.
So,
Yeah.
have you ventured into the world of the TikTok?
Do you know that the TikTok I look at quite a bit, and it's mostly because I love all the how-tos.
Yeah.
Like all the things, like even whether it's cooking or like making something out of something that you wouldn't think could do what it was, all those
Right.
things, all those types of TikToks. And no, I have not ventured into the TikTok, and
Well,
I have
it's
to.
great when you
I
get
know
to
I
that
have
side of TikTok where you can get them tutorials and then you can get that, the how-tos and I finally made it to the side of TikTok where I get mostly music.
Right, okay.
But
Me too. I get a lot. Yeah. A lot of
TikTok
music, too.
TikTok didn't have a very high opinion of me when I first started because I got everything but what I was trying to look for.
He says
So-
he wasn't looking.
I was not.
However,
Well, I think you
he
get
had
on
like
as
the
a-
R-rated TikTok going for a
But
while.
I think that's because you get on there as a male, certain age, blah blah blah, and they're
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
hey,
is
how about
that
this?
it?
How about this? How about this? How about
Right.
this? And then if you pass it, you got to pass it fast, and then you start stopping on the things that you're actually looking for, which
Yeah, when I first started, I was on TikTok After Dark, if you know what I mean.
I'm not gonna sit here and throw anybody under the bus, but I've taken over Instagram accounts and been like, what is this home feed? Okay, all right. Wow.
There's some stuff out there. that's
AI
like,
will
whoa.
AI will try to get you to look at anything. That's just what I'm saying. And some people just got this whole thing down to where they have the algorithms down and they can get their flood your feed with
Well,
something
that's
that you
what-
don't want to look at.
Crazy.
he kept saying, why do I keep getting all these things? And it's because when he would flip on, like I would be sitting there watching him, he would stop and I would see him look all confused and he's watching and he's like, why am I getting, so he's talking to me while it's playing.
Too long.
Right.
And I'm like,
too long.
because you
That's
keep
why.
stopping.
Yeah.
You can't stop.
Gotta be like, nope, that's not what I'm looking for.
You can
Right.
also hold on something on your feed and put not interested. So you hold
can?
you hold down the thing and then you click not interested. So I've actually done that for other people's accounts because I was like, I'm pretty sure they didn't want this. So I went through
Yeah.
and I was like,
And if
uninterested.
they did, they don't need
Because I have done that because, like you said, I've stopped, and this is playing over and over and over, and I'm trying to figure out how to like. I don't want to see this or block or not. I couldn't. And obviously, the longer I stood there trying to figure it out, the more videos played, the more I got, and it was just.
I'm sure if you also were like, I love monkeys over and over to your phone.
Oh, that's one of my new favorites, by the way.
Yes.
I started following the spider monkey that runs around with his like underwear on and stuff like that. Seriously, I could probably get it to come up right now.
By the way, learn something new about Mark Mulch every day.
Isn't it scary though? We had a conversation in the car, and opened up Facebook. Boom! There was an ad for exactly what we were looking at.
They're always listening.
It's just scary.
Yeah.
They are listening.
Yeah, they're listening.
They're always listening.
I loved it. There was a TikTok about that. Said back in the 50s and 60s, they'd be like, don't do this because the government's listening to us.
The commies are watching.
And the commies are listening, or whatever. And then they said, and nowadays.
You can't say commie anymore, by the way.
Oh, we can't.
Oh, you can't.
He doesn't strike
well,
listen,
God knows, I probably offended somebody, and I but we did everything to try to keep everybody from spying on you. And now today we go, hey Alexa.
Right.
Exactly.
Exactly. How time has changed.
My Alexa did something really weird, and she talked out of without being nothing, and she was like, I'm sorry, I can't help you with that password or something. And I was like, is someone trying to hack into my... I was like, I don't know what's happening. Unplug everything.
Right? I
had an Echo Dot, an Alexa, a Google Home from various stuff, and I just was done.
Yep.
When your Alexa starts having a conversation with somebody other than you.
Right. I was like, not happening. Not happening.
That's creepy.
Well,
Bobby McQueen said he is driving, but he's been listening while he's driving.
Oh, yeah.
And he said just stop for a quick break, so he wanted to chime in and say hello. And also Caleb, there you go.
There we go.
Caleb McKinney.
Hey, Caleb.
Him and Damien say hey.
Hey.
And Caleb Anderson, checking out the show from Florida. Big digs.
Sweet.
Right.
Hey, Caleb.
Yeah.
We love Florida.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, I know everybody out there would not be offended if we get some more music. You willing to play some more?
Sure. Hey, do you want to give Beer on a Boat a try? Or?
Not to put you on the spot.
We won't hold it against you.
Totally up to you.
Oh, man. I was hoping that I would be able to do that, but I should have listened to it a little bit in the break.
I think it would be funny, even regardless of how it's...
Okay.
Listen, if you mess it up, you'll just sound like you had too many beers on the boat.
That's right.
Sunday. That's the key.
Sunday. Let's see.
All right. Sunday, fun day, don't say someday. Put off now what you can do Monday. Meet me at the dock at 11 o'clock. Grab what you got, cause the boats is stocked. Oh yeah.
What could be better?
Yeah.
When friends get together.
Yeah.
Life never tasted better. Ice down, turn it up real loud. This is how we float, like beer on a boat. Like beer on a boat.
Bud Light, Coors Light, feeling alright. Sunshine sipping, red cup flipping. Tied up, slow down and swimming. Play the DJ will. I can't read that fast. All right. Next stanza.
Yeah.
Sunset cruising, 90s grooving. Cheryl's got those dad bods moving. We hang out. We let it all hang out. Here we go.
What could be better?
Yeah.
When friends get together. Life never tasted better. Ice down, turn it up real loud. Cause this is how we float, like beer on a boat. Like beer me a cold bush light. What could be better?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
When friends get together.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, what could be better?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
When friends get together.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Life never tasted better. Ice Town, turn it up real loud. Cause this is how we float like beer on a boat.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like beer on a boat.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Just like beer on a boat. Oh yeah, got my beer right here.
Oh, what a fun song.
Kirsty's next goal is to become a rapper.
So white. I'm so white. But like, those girls are gonna rip on me for that.
Not at all. Not at all. I told you the story about it, so Daphne's just gonna be like, it's totally fine. Like, you know.
Well, like, you want to share the story? We just did it.
Oh,
You shared
yeah,
the story.
please do.
Well, I wrote that with my friends Sammy Joe and Daphne back in Nashville. And Sammy Joe's an artist.
Yeah, you need to
she's
have her on the
amazing.
show.
Yeah,
Sammy Joe?
Sammy Joe's
really
the one.
cool.
Okay.
SAMI.
She
J.O.
hosts
Okay.
her own, Sammy Joe's Jams, right? Sam Jams. She does a songwriter night at the Virgin Hotel every week. And but I wrote the song with them, and we did, when we write a song, we throw it down on our phones real quick, voice memo, we call it a work tape. And it sounded so cool. I just kept listening to it, and I was like, oh, this is definitely going on the album, on the EP. And I just loved how, like, Daphne was, we wrote it to be that kind of, who am I looking? Sam Hunt, Jake Owen kind of talk verse,
I can see
and
that.
then then singing in the chorus. But I think she always thought she just did the work tapes because she had the lyrics in front of her, and she, spoke them all in the little bit of melody that we had it going. And I think she just thought, I was just putting it down so that Mark knows what it's like, what to do when he gets in the studio.
Right.
And then I kept calling them into the studio after we had the track done, because I wanted her to do exactly what she did on the work tape. And then Sammy Joe, as you guys hear, Sammy Joe comes in on the harmony. And so they kept kind of being like, oh, we can't make it today, or, oh, no, we can't make it next week. Finally, I had to say, I need you in the studio because I can't do this song without you. And that's all I said. And they finally were like, oh, sorry, okay, yeah, we'll be in, the next one. And they come in, and I handed Daphne and Sammy Joe the lyrics, and they're like, what do you want us to do? And I was like, well, you got to get in there and sing
what
it.
you did on the work
what you did on the work tape. And Daphne was like, what are you talking about?
I can't do
I don't do that. I'm a songwriter. I'm not a singer. And I was like, no, I want you to go in and do exactly what you did on the work tape, and we'll do. And she didn't want to do it, and she finally goes in and starts doing it. And then the funniest thing was that once she got comfortable, then she started telling us, hey, could you go back to that other line? I want to do it. I want to do it this way, and I want to,
She knew,
and,
that's
and I want to
cool.
make sure, because I was telling her, I was like, remember, it's like you're talking to your friend on the phone, telling them to come down and come to the boat.
Right.
She's like, okay, then I want to put some more Alabama in it then. And she got like A-Round and stuff like that.
Just like that, she became
exactly
a singer, right?
I love it.
That
So
is
I
awesome.
apologize.
But no, you did great. That was great.
But
That
it
was
was
so
fun.
fun.
With no
Impromptu.
practice whatsoever,
No.
that was awesome.
I think when we were pulling in the driveway is when she was listening to it.
And we listened to it once through, and I said, okay, play it again.
And then,
And then that was that.
and then I texted her the lyrics. So that was super fun. That's exactly what we should be doing with that song. It's great.
That's so
that
fun.
is awesome.
I can see that being a karaoke song.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Wait, what was someone the other day said the best karaoke song to do was Wipeout. All you have to think about this, he was telling
Yes.
me, all you have to do is say Wipeout in the beginning,
Right?
and that's it. Your job is done. And
Well-
you-
Didn't somebody do
Well,
that here?
Chef,
Oh my God, you
Chef
must do-
Marcus, when he was here, when we was doing karaoke, Tiki Man hates karaoke. He participates,
heard.
but he hates it. Was Love Shack,
Yes.
which of course, Chef Marcus, the only words he knew was Love
Love
Shack.
Shack.
So that's all you would hear him do is Love Shack.
And the other one was Tequila.
Tequila.
Oh, that's a good one too. Yeah.
Yes,
That
that's
was
what
it.
he was saying.
Yep.
And that's how
Yeah.
you get out of karaoke, everybody.
There you go.
Those two songs.
So great.
There
you know
you
what you
go.
do? You go up and you're waiting, and then finally they call your name up, and you can do Wipeout, and it starts going, and you go up and you go, oh, Wipeout, and then drop the mic. And
That's your performance.
just walk off the stage.
Yeah.
The whole place would go crazy.
They probably would. Josh Clark was way ahead of us. He said tequila as well.
There you go.
Yeah.
Words.
There you go. Which, of course, like I said, the Tiki Man for hating karaoke.
Yeah, I mean,
He
I'm with him on
always-
that, but
Hate is
Always.
a strong word.
yeah, it is a strong word.
But he has a go-to song though.
Okay, I can't wait.
He always sings Jamie Johnson's "Color," "Seen in
In-
Color."
Oh,
wow.
nice.
Yeah, in color.
For hating it, that's
goes
what he
deep.
knocks out.
My big old
know.
best friend from back home who, like, he would tell you he learned to sing getting drunk and doing karaoke. That's how he learned to sing. His go-to was Macy Gray, I Try.
Oh,
Really?
Big burly man. Like, I played it, but it was great.
It always blows my mind and I see these on TikToks, these big burly guys, and then they start singing and they have this high pitched,
Yep.
smooth voice, and it's just like,
How?
where did that come from?
Yep.
everyone always expects me to do, come up and do country or southern rock like I do.
Yeah.
My thing. But I'm with Tiki Man. I kind of don't want to do karaoke because I sing for a living and I don't.
right.
And then I realized, no, you know what? I'm gonna do something that no one will expect. So it's Dirty Deeds by AC/DC.
Oh, there you go.
Having trouble with your high school friend.
I love it.
Like, and I do that, and everyone's shocked. Like, what is going on? Mark's a country singer.
Unfortunately,
you do
AC/DC is
some-
not good on the vocal cords, though, is it?
That's why it's only
It's hard.
one.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Then I get away with doing one song.
There you go.
Because then I tell everybody, I'm going to do one song, but that's it. Because I'm going to be shot
Got to rest
after
my
it's over.
voice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now,
You do some killer Brian Adams, though. I have to tell you.
thank
Summer of
you.
'69.
oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
that's fun.
That's a. You can record that one.
That's thank you.
That's one cover you could do. I'd love it.
Yeah.
Be on replay because I always said and that was the same thing with American Blonde. I'm like, I normally my standards, those songs that you grew up with that like that Phil Collins song, you don't like it when people mess with it. Mm-hmm. But then on that rare occasion, you hear that performance where somebody took it, made it their own, and it's like, oh my God! They're not even they're the same song, but it's not the same animal,
Right.
and you see that song from a different view, and that's what fell in love with it. And it's kind of like same thing with Luke Combs right now. I mean, he didn't take any liberties with it. It's pretty much straight up cover, but I guess it's been 35 years.
Which is crazy to me. I cannot believe it's been that long.
That's been a long time.
So
Yeah.
I know they finally got a comment from Tracy Chapman because that was the kind of thing we was like, did he reach out to Tracy, get permission to do it or whatever? He'd never spoke to her or anything, and because I guess the way the rules are is if you're doing a cover, you don't have to get
just gotta,
permission or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just pay him for
But so they finally got a comment from her, and she said, she's excited for him that he's having success with it 35 years after she recorded it, and once she got her royalty check for over $500,000, she was really happy for Luke.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Did she say that verbatim?
That's what they said on it was a
Country music news.
it was a country music news that they were just kind of saying that that's what she had commented.
That's
that
a nice extra.
that,
present.
she'd be in,
Right?
in that category or that genre, I guess, and stuff. So it's like if someone was going to cover it, she never thought it would be a country cover.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
and she was really surprised. She goes, never thought my song would be #1 on the country charts.
Right.
Yeah.
And then plus, the big honor. Isn't she the first African American female solo songwriter to ever be on country music?
Yeah, that's what they said. To have,
to have a #1.
To have a #1 in country music.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
So
Yeah.
that she broke a barrier right
There
there,
have
but
been co-writers, but nobody solo.
Right.
ones that they've written by themselves. So she broke all kinds of barriers with that one right there, and
didn't even know that she was about to.
Right.
No.
Your
Yeah, she had no
the
idea.
guys in the band today told us another thing about it, which was that She's playing a big show in Wembley Stadium. Maybe it was Live Aid or something like that.
And she was scheduled to play pretty early, so she did. She did her scheduled program, and then was it Elton John?
Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder was delayed in the performance, and something was going on, so they pushed her out to play then in front of a full audience. That was 80,000 some people, and she decided to play, she had one song, so she played that one song, and that's when she blew up. Her career blew up, and that was the moment that it all happened.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which is similar to Travis Tritt, like when he took over for Garth Brooks on the American Music Awards. That's how Travis Tritt blew up.
That's cool.
Because
That I wasn't aware of.
Garth, it wasn't that he didn't show it. He couldn't admit, like, he was having trouble getting there or whatever, like just travel wise. And the directors are just like, okay, well, who could play in your space then? Who do you want? And he said, there's this new guy, Travis Tritt. He's amazing. You should have him do like a song.
Oh, how cool.
Yeah.
And that's worked out for us a couple of times where, we've went to shows and we're like, don't know who this opening act is, but, we're here.
Yeah.
And come to find out, it's like, oh my God, these guys are great. I think
we do always pay attention to the openers.
Yeah, and
some people don't, but we really
you're
do.
music lovers. So
And the first one that hit us, I think when we went to a show together, we're like, who's this guy? Never heard of him. Well, everybody knows who Justin Moore is now.
Oh, yeah.
And this was right when he first came out. He was opening for Brad Paisley.
Oh,
and we'd never really heard of him. And I guess he had a single out to radio, but our local country station hadn't started playing it yet.
Right.
So he was like a brand new unknown artist to us. And I tell you what, by the time he was done, we were fans.
Yeah.
Right
So
then
great
and there.
live. That's the thing. He's so great live. He
Yeah.
really is. Yeah. I saw him at a small venue in Nashville for a television special, like filming that Analog.
Okay.
And I was blown away. I had never seen him live. I like his music. I like his music a lot. But I was just blown away by his live show. He was really, really good. He's got a big hit with our friend Priscilla Block now. So
Yes.
Yeah.
Speaking
She's
of Priscilla,
another one I want to get on the
Yeah.
show.
And-
Priscilla
and-
Block.
Speaking of Priscilla.
I was going to say, I heard, why don't you tell everybody about this?
No, tell Mark. You tell.
Yeah.
You share.
Oh,
This
okay.
is your news. I kind of was giving him insight about you.
Yeah.
Me and Priscilla, again, probably 5-ish years ago or 6 years ago, wrote her theme song, which is "Welcome to the Block Party," which became the title track on her debut album on Universal.
Oh, how
So and that she opened her, her tour with for like a year and a half all over the world, which was
wow.
pretty freaking cool.
That is
We wrote it in
cool.
her apartment in East Nashville on a week. We both were having a terrible week. I got flooded out of my condo from top to bottom. So meaning the main pipe in the condo complex burst because we had really, really cold weather, which is, not normal here. And,
Right.
And so it flooded my condo from the top down.
Oh.
Priscilla and her roommates had gotten robbed from they stole all of their PA equipment and their stuff out of their basement. And so we both I get to her apartment, and she's sitting there. I was like, oh, we're both kind of a little bummed out. But I said to her, she would always say, before they played their show, she would say, I'm Priscilla Block, and this is the Block Party, And I would always, and then they go into like a cover or something, like a Miranda Lambert song. And so I said to her, as we sat down, she's like, do you have any ideas? I said, I have an idea, but I don't know. What do you got? Because I didn't want to say, have you written this song yet? Because you should. And she said, I got some ideas. And she told me, but Mulch, she calls me Mulch. She's like, Mulch, what's your idea? And I said, well, you always start your show out with like, I'm Priscilla Block and welcome to the Block Party, And then you guys go into like, a Miranda song or something. Have you written Welcome to the Block Party? Like, have you... Oh my God, no! And so we wrote. She's like, but I think we're gonna do that right now. And I was like, yeah, we're gonna do it right now. And we wrote "Welcome to the Block Party," which like a few weeks later, the first time she ever played it was at Whiskey Jam in Nashville, which is a big showcase kind of show, a weekly showcase in Nashville. And then they were playing it as their opening song from that moment on. And then she got signed to Universal.
Yeah. Because I followed her on TikTok. She was one of the ones I actually followed there. And it just seemed like, seen her plugging along, and then just all of a sudden, I know things aren't always as they appear, but it just appeared all of a sudden she blew up overnight.
Oh yeah.
TikTok was, for sure, like thick thighs and
and PMS.
PMS,
and
the
all
funny
other
songs blew up.
Which was great though, because I knew the whole time that she was blowing up with these funny songs, and there was already the rumblings of like, oh well, she probably just writes funny songs or whatever. And I knew all of her other songs because we used to play Key West together. We would go down and play residency at Cowboy Bill's when Cowboy Bill's used to be there. And she had My Bar, and she had all these other really serious songs that I knew were going to punch people in the gut, you know, once they heard them. So I just kind of sat back and was like, can't wait for everybody to hear these other songs, because they're going to realize how good she is, and now she's proven that. So
and she seems like she's such just a fun individual, because I know now on her TikTok she's like, get ready with me while I get ready to go here, and she's picking out her outfit, and she's sitting there and doing her makeup and everything. I'm like, that's when you made it as a singer, when you don't have to do a TikTok singing anymore. People sit and watch you just get ready to go sing.
Do normal things,
Well,
that's great.
Well,
good stuff.
What do you got coming up for you? Where can people go see you?
Tuesday.
Yeah, wait, I got this. I got a text.
Because our time is, our time has been flying by
it's
tonight.
almost up.
Yeah.
It's amazing how fast things have went.
Yeah.
While Kirsty's looking, do you have any other songs that you want to play and kind of highlight before we go?
I could end it with the title track if you guys want me to.
Absolutely. Let's do that.
When Kirsty's ready.
I don't care if we run over a little bit. It's Lou's birthday, so.
Oh, happy birthday again. So Friday, I play When Pigs Fly with Crystal King, right in Nashville, and then Saturday I play the Thistle and Rye up at the Conrad Hotel in Nashville, and that's a 3-hour set, small band. And then I play at church, and I sing an awesome song called Smile by the Sidewalk Prophets, which I'm excited to cover that song because I just heard them play it at Life Fest.
We've seen them live in concert.
They
put on a great show.
I got a chance to meet the lead singer, and it was a really cool experience.
Very cool.
And then I play 12 South Farmers Market on Tuesday the 25th. So I'm in Nashville hanging out. So if you guys want to come venture to Nashville, check out the schedule and join me on some shows.
All right. Well, remind everybody your socials, because we want everybody to go out there and listen to your music and follow you.
Everything is under KirstyKraus.com or Kirsty Kraus.
Now, what's people got to do to be able to get into the Kirsty's Thirsties group?
Well, I have a Facebook group, and it's called the Kirsty's Thirsties, and you just have to join. Type in Kirsty's Thirsties. Join.
I
the
am
Facebook
one of your
group.
top members. I don't know if you know. I actually got a badge for being one of your top members. So
I love that. That group is so helpful because I feel like on Facebook you can't really see people's posts all the time. Facebook algorithms don't show that anymore. Yeah. So group is a really good way. Like I see all your stuff in your guys' group. So like it's a wonderful way to be able to stay actually connected on Facebook.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. It's all up to you, sir.
All right. Well, again, Kirsty is to blame for my new EP. And
thanks for that, Kirsty.
And then also
it's
Mr. Brecken Miles. So two people from Wisconsin got me to do a tropical country album. I'm not sure how that happened. Awesome. This is the title track. We were young, we were rolling high in the grass. We were young, wild and fast, not knowing where life was going. Riding our bikes with the wind at our backs. We rubbed dirt on the scratches and bruises, walked it off, and we kept moving on and on. I've been missing those days, living life in the moment, catching a buzz when you don't even know it, living our lives on the run. Couple teenage kids having fun. Take me back to those days in the sun. Another year getting older, time flashes by and life gets a little bit harder and shorter. But I still remember them boys on the tracks, not a care in the world. I've been missing those days, living life in the moment, catching a buzz when you don't even know it, living our lives on the run. Couple teenage kids having fun. Take me back to those days in the sun. All those days in the sun. Never know what life will throw your way. If I could talk to them boys today, I'd say, don't miss these days, live your life in the moment, catch that buzz and make sure that you own it, live your life on the run, every day just have some fun. I've been missing those days, living life in the moment, catching a buzz when you don't even know it, living our lives on the run. Couple teenage kids having fun. Take me back to those days in the sun. Take me back to those days in the sun.
Love it.
Oh, we have had such a great time with you here tonight. We appreciate you so much.
Another hour.
I think we probably could, you know.
Really?
We get another sponsor on board. Maybe we go that third hour. I'm just saying.
So tell everybody where they can get that EP again.
Yes.
It's available wherever you get your music these days. Spotify, Apple, YouTube, wherever you get it. So, and I'm working on some physical copies for those who want it. So
that'd be us.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely.
See their collection. They got
Oh,
a
yeah,
collection.
yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
Tiki
All right.
Man has started a collection up there.
Awesome.
Yeah, and of course
We
we
have our
have
collection
to
going at
remind
home.
everybody where to get merch.
Yes, markmulchmusic.com, and please follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and all the stuff at markmulchmusic as well.
And where? What do you got coming up as far as performance
I got a
wise?
couple of shows up in Nashville this week. So a place called Plantation Pub, all acoustic solo this week. So Plantation Pub on Thursday. Friday is, I'm drawing a blank. What is Friday? Hip Donaldson Farmers Market. The second round 2 of the Farmers Market tour. And then Clarksville Farmers Market on Saturday.
Now, do both of you have any plans of getting down to the beach or the Keys anytime soon?
Oh, man.
I'm going to the Keys Labor Day weekend for Country to the Keys with Craig
very-
Morgan.
Oh,
And
nice.
I'm
How
bringing
cool
my
is that?
friend Crystal King.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Love Craig Morgan.
Okay,
I was just
now
in Jersey
now
Shore,
you and
so-
I have to talk.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
you were at
Because-
the Jersey Shore.
Because you've read what I did, but that's who I've pictured singing that song because I think it could relate. So
Then that's the fire under your butt.
That's all I'm telling you.
Finish it.
See?
yeah, if
There
I had a
you
dream,
go.
that was the one I had in my mind singing that because it's the two things that relates to
Alright.
him personally. So
And
Okay.
look how smart he is
cool.
not to say what
You have
it
a
is.
deadline.
'Cause
You have a
don't say
deadline,
what it
Beth.
is over the air because
No,
all
no.
these songwriters will take it.
Yeah, and like I said, and Kirsty and Darby Ledbetter are the only two people other than Lou that I have showed it to. And like I said, it was
Okay.
one of those things. And she had been on me for a long, long time, and I'm like, no. And I just had this at 1 o'clock in the morning. I woke up out of a dead sleep, and I don't know why. And I had something weighing on me, and I just started typing it on my phone.
Wow.
And she got up, or I went back to bed like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I got up and I was dragging to go to work 6 o'clock. And she's like, why are you so tired? I was up all night. So I woke up at 1 o'clock in the morning, and I didn't go back to bed until 3:30. And she's like, why? And I said, because I did this. And she looked at it, and she's like, She says,
Something
well,
special.
you started
really is.
writing a song, and I'm like,
Right,
no, I was just writing. I was just putting down what was in my head.
Wow.
So
That's great.
So I don't know. I'll let you see it and
Very cool.
get a professional's opinion on how bad it really is.
Oh, come on.
Hey, I wanna thank you, like B-Dawg,
Yes.
Lou, happy birthday!
Happy
but like,
birthday.
thank you for loving on the Days in the Sun EP.
Absolutely.
Thank you
For
so much.
meeting Mark, having us come down here just to celebrate all this. Like, this is really cool.
You guys
It's
are
really
welcome
a trip.
anytime.
It's a trip to have gone and done the shows with Kirsty, and then said, "Hey, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do this album," and like Kirsty said, do it so that it's out for this summer
Right.
and stuff, and to be here amongst all of this.
Since we talked about it, yeah.
I mean, trop rock, trop country, Tiki Man Radio. Y'all, it's just wild. Like it really is.
Well,
You belong
Just the
here.
beginning. Yes,
He
you do.
belongs here. I'm so glad there's so many people that tune into the show. I'm so glad you're meeting Mark Welch for the first time. And I'm so glad you did this.
Oh, thank you.
Now, did I understand you right when we talked? Because I told people that, I told him that there's a lot of times, when people are unfamiliar with an artist and then they get to see him, hear him perform live, next thing you know, people are wanting you to play house concerts.
Oh yeah.
He's so down. He's
on.
barefoot
Well,
right now,
yeah, I'm
guys. Just
He
wanted to
really
point that
is.
out.
Yeah, because around the trop rock coastal Americana world, there are, and she'll
concerts.
attest to it,
Yeah.
slews of house concert venues.
I would love to.
People have built concert venues in their backyard.
And they're like family.
It's
they're just
amazing.
the nicest. They're
Yeah.
just awesome.
Yeah.
So
They really
Well,
are.
I'll bring beer and Kirsty Crow.
and I know Mike
Let's do that.
Mike Carpenter there's chiming in, and I know he has a venue up in Ohio.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So
Nice.
they're everywhere.
A nice
Sounds
venue in
great.
Ohio. Yeah.
That's right. So,
This place is amazing. It really is.
Yeah,
Like,
thank you for having
it
us.
is. Thank
but
you.
we
guys.
definitely
You
thank
are
you so
very
much
welcome. Thank you for coming.
Not many people will make the trip over from Nashville, but we greatly appreciate when you do. And Kirsty, it's always a pleasure to see you. You're an absolute sweetheart. We enjoy any time we get to spend with you.
Oh.
I think Lou and I have kind of adopted you as our daughter.
I love
I
that.
think so. Yeah, I think so. Except that makes me feel old. But yes, she is young
Well,
enough to be my daughter.
Being the fact that I have two daughters in their 30s.
I know.
She's my daughter.
I know.
My
right
adopted
there.
daughter. And we thank you so much for introducing us to Mark.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Really,
you know,
everybody, go out and get the EP.
absolutely.
It is fantastic.
And all the people that we've met through Mark, all the entertainment that
Yeah.
he booked.
That's great.
It's just opened
Love it.
us to a lot of new up and coming talent.
Yes.
And I think there's big things on the horizons for many of them. And of course, we got Garen coming in here in 2 weeks, and hopefully maybe get some American Blonde in
just-
here.
Let's
And
see if we got a. Not yet, but we'll make it happen.
all right. So Lou, your birthday's is winding down.
No.
Or just getting started, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah, it's hard to tell around here.
Well, I wanted one more thing about the sensitive side
Sure.
of B-Dawg.
Oh no, we can skip that.
There is a beautiful bouquet of roses for her
Yeah, bring
birthday and
those right
everything like
into view.
that. So yes,
Oh,
I
isn't
Come
that
on now.
special?
My pretty flower.
there we go.
8
You're a
years.
good
I was
man,
sitting there going,
B-Dawg.
she does like yellow roses, doesn't she?
Yeah, she
I had to
probably
think
was.
about that for a minute.
Although you did remember, Sweet Larice out there, they brought a carrot cake for my birthday because I guess Larice said they called Brian and asked him, and I love carrot cake.
Ah,
Yeah.
So y'all are welcome to have some with us
Nice.
after the show.
Cake time.
Cake time.
I always love cake
And
for
ice
dinner.
cream. I know
Oh,
that's going
geez,
to be our dinner too.
Ice cream every day for me. So
Same, pretty much.
Well, thank you very much. And of course, we have to thank a lot of people for allowing us to be able to do what we do. And that is, of course, our sponsors. JBL Legends Travel, the official travel company of Tiki Man Radio. They are also the partner for the 3rd annual Tiki Man Radio Escape to Paradise. And of course, that is I believe it's $100 reserves your room, and you have until February to pay it. $1,500, I believe, for an all-inclusive resort. That's pretty cool. But we also, Joe, without Joe, with the JBL Legends Travel Minute, I love how he said how to bring the fun back into fundraising. So that was cool on that JBL Legends Travel moment. But to reach out professional, quit trying to stress yourself out, trying to find all the great deals and trying to find promo codes and all of that, and because it doesn't cost you anything extra to trust the professionals at JBL Legends Travel. So give them a call at 732-831-5200. Now, goaltending services, GTS Charters down in Key West. When you're down there in Key West, you got to get out on the water, experience the sandbar, experience the backcountry, and all the things that Key West has to offer out on the water.
Grand reopening in August.
So stay tuned. You can give them a call at 305-916-0990 or keep up to everything on gtscharters.com. And that way you can keep, when they start booking and all their charters and everything again, you can jump on board with that. Also, MFG Records Tropical. MFG Records, Dave Signs, Beth Travers. We love them to death. They sponsor the live cam here every week. They are the ones that you can blame for having to stare at us every week. But you can also thank them for getting to see people like Christy Carlson, Mark Mulch here live in studio and performing. And, of course, if you are an independent artist and you're out there looking for somebody to take your music to the next level, well, MFG Records, contact them and see what they can do for you. Then on top of being singers and songwriters, they're music producers as well. And, of course, we got to let you know what's coming up here on Tiki Man Radio for the rest of the week. So as soon as I find the lineup, here we go.
Here's your weekly lineup for Tiki Man Radio. Mondays from 6 to 8 p.m., get on the Peace Train with Ed the Train Man, live from Crown Point, Indiana. Wednesdays, it's Where the Boots Meet the Beach with Tropical Country with B-Dawg and Lou, streaming live on the MFG Tropical Live Cam from the Chocolate Bar Studios from 7 to 9 p.m. Fridays at noon, it's the local side of Key West with our concierge girl, Kelly, Tiki Man Radio's personal assistant in Key West. You're planning a trip to Key West, make sure you reach out to Kelly. Fridays starting at 8 p.m., it's Coastal Confessions with B-Man and Michelle from the Beachy Shell Studios in Key West, live every Friday, having some fun with our friends and sharing great music. Saturdays, take a trip back in time with Jukebox Saturday mornings starting at midnight and going to noon. This is where we open up the massive archives of the radio station and take you back to that old shaggin' music. Sundays, it's the Big Show, Sunday mornings with the Tiki Man starting at 10 a.m. Eastern Island Time, streaming live on the Island J Live Cam from the Chocolate Bar Studios in Harrison Bay. Come over and be part of the show. Later that afternoon on Sundays, starting at 5 p.m., it's Rick the Stick's Hometown Licks, sharing the music of his hometown. And later on Sunday, it's the Sound Man from Hell with Gary Eck, the Key West Show, live from Key West. That's your weekly lineup for Tiki Man Radio. Make sure you tune into all these great shows and keep listening to Tiki Man Radio and have some fun.
That's right. We don't want you to miss one moment of all the exciting action right here on Tiki Man Radio. And remember, you can go to the download that free Tiki Man Radio app, and you can set an alert so that it'll let you know when all the live programming is coming on, as well as go over to the Tiki Man Radio YouTube channel, click on that subscribe, click on that bell, and you'll get notified whenever live or new updated videos get posted to the site. So how cool is that? But I'm going to switch over here. We're over there. I got the top of Kirsty's head with that camera angle. They can see your head.
I'm tiny.
You are tiny.
We're right there in that corner right behind you.
All right, there we go.
Over there.
Right there. There we go. So just like that.
It really is just the top of your head.
That's
you might
right.
have to stand up, Kirsty.
All right. Just like that. It's another week for us.
All right.
We are thankful that you tuned in. Tune in next week, same time, same channel. And we'll, God knows what we'll get into next week. See y'all.
Thanks, y'all.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
It's been a lot of fun. But the set list is all done. The night was very loud and you've been a good crowd. But you know it's time to run. You've all been very kind. Thank you for your time. You put me to the test as I try to address all of your requests for the night. As we look to the moon and the manager's protocol. Well, I don't ever want to end, but for now, my friends, last song, last call. with his clientele. And the drinks are flowing well, a beer sent from the bar and a healthy tip jar, handsome tunes that I can sell. It's been a cool room, but it's ending too soon. And they remember to tip the bartender as they surrender to the tab, and they lip sync to the lyrics that they used to recall. Anytime I gotta say those words, oh no, last song, last call. Some came as ones and left by twos. Some still are dancing in their shoes. I break down the gear as we wind it up here. After the last song that I choose, it's the last ride near closing time. The final round poured as I strung the last chords, and the guitar returns to the case. Needless to say, it was a pleasure to play for you all. Here's to toast to everyone as I finally say last song, last call. Here's a toast to everyone as I finally say last song, last call.